right, cut the beat. Look.
I'm so sorry.
What?
Let me start off by saying.
Look me in the eye.
This is my fault, people. This is my fault.
I'm kidding.
Transportation issues.
It's all right.
I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Yeah, I've been. My bad. I don't. Man.
From this outfit, were you in the Caribbean?
I wish. Well, first of all, what's up, y'all? It's the Blaxcellence. I know it didn't feel like it at the start, but it was. We're here. We made it.
Eventually.
I was a little late too, but I was trying to see if I could find, some printer ink.
They still sell that.
Yeah, they still sell. I have a printer.
Really?
But and I was printing something out for Sammy, but it literally at the top.
You gotta throw it away in like a month, right? When the ink runs out. That's what we did.
That's
disposable.
So I ran out of ink, black ink, but I had colored ink. Okay. So I printed out his stuff, and then it had the audacity. I didn't even read this before I printed it. So it's like on my way, just pulled over to get gas. It's like, oh snap! It says at the top has to be in black ink. I was like,
did you need color?
No, I used color.
Okay.
So it was like it has to be in black ink. So that sent me to a spiral. And then, I ran behind about 10-ish minutes. So my bad, y'all.
I ran behind like hour-ish.
Before the show, Tommy said, hey, can we push you back there? I was like, oh, man, that's fine.
Yeah. So technically, I'm like...
No, you still...
35, 40 minutes away.
What is my one thing that I like to do for you with the Blaxcellence? I like to start you early so I can get you home.
You do. You're good about that.
I can get you home.
You're good about that.
But it's okay. I ain't got shit after this, so it's okay. I ain't got don't worry. I'm all good. So let me get it. I think I'm sounding how do I put it? I'm sounding all I don't think I'm bringing the host energy just yet. So let me go to the Blaxcellence screen. And come back. Oh, what's up, y'all? So, black people.
You really dug deep for that.
Dug in my soul.
You did. I saw it. Oh, man.
I had to twinkle it. It's a Tuesday. But now, what's up, y'all? How y'all guys been doing? And thank you, Sammy, for taking over all the intro stuff for us. Sounds like y'all guys were having a good time. But now you here, lean in close and get a little of that melanin action.
Look it, man. At this point, they came for a reason. And are we gonna get them with preamble? Or are we just
no? I mean, because I said, you know what was crazy was I didn't give Sammy a tee up, but I wanted to take an opportunity. We're gonna talk about the main beef for the most of the time, but because I mean that's 100% Blaxcellence. If we don't talk about it, then who else is supposed to talk about it on any of these shows? Right. But I also wanted to do a little bit of a shout out afterwards to some of the other iconic beefs in history and make this more of a broader conversation on beefs.
That. It needs to be. Look. I talked about this shit on the Patreon. You saw it. It got heated. It got a little heated. But no, I still have plenty more to say, don't worry. But, it's more to be said about just beefs overall, especially where this one is now, I feel, after the fact.
So, okay. So, I actually, so I didn't catch all of everything.
Okay.
And just, I want to make sure I put this in two buckets because, if you can't tell, it's TJ and Tommy.
Yeah.
And
what's that?
And Jordan went to go fetch another carton of milk, so I don't know when he's coming back.
We'll get some cigarettes. He'll be back on my birthday in 10 years.
Some raw. He was like, I'm going out for some raw papers. And we haven't seen him since. I'm kidding. He got slammed with work, which happens to me all the time.
How come you don't want me, man?
Yeah, how come you don't want me, man? How come you don't want me? And yes, Bat G, I owe you in Facebook. I was sick. Time you came. Yes, anyone who wants to see me, I'm planted in Austin for a while. I ain't going nowhere. Trips? No trips.
What?
Well, no trips, but you know me.
You're going somewhere.
It'll finesse its way in.
Somewhere.
But that said, Tommy.
Yes.
I just want to make sure we preface this. So today's conversation is all about beefing, rap beef, Kendrick versus Drake. A little bit of a shout out to the person who actually, I think, made the best diss track over the last few months. And hopefully y'all guys...
These two?
No, out of everybody. Hopefully you guys didn't talk all about the beef. Like that's
pretty much all it was.
That's not what it should have been.
Okay, well, that's why you're here.
No, that's not what it should have been.
You leave us our devices, it's...
Yeah.
I'm being accused of not liking light-skinned people, which don't take this show as a judgment of that. I joke, I kid. But light-skinned black people are black people. You might, look, if you know me, my gauge.
I don't know, man. You just kept on digging. Yeah, I kept on digging.
No, it was because he's Canadian. Look, The reason, look, my thing is, if you've been called nigga, welcome to the club. That's, you know, and in this country, it's a pretty hard line of who is called that.
Well, I mean, so regularly.
In a vitriol way. Vitriolic way.
But what I will say there is, what I wanted to know, coming out of that conversation,
right?
Where you enjoy, and you have to give me all the context, but were you and Jordan on the same page?
No.
That's what I thought.
No, not at all.
Because, okay, so very interesting.
I was on page 6, he was on page 38.
38, got you. Because, you know, Jordan saw some things in the chat that had me raise an eyebrow, so I really wanted him here.
I did too.
Because then, you know, you'd have...
It's the most heated debate we've ever gotten into.
Damn it, I wish I was there. I'm playing mediator, but then also, I would have been like, no, bad Jordan, or no, bad Tommy. That's what I'm here for. Marcos, or maybe I would have got heat,
Marcos was there, he didn't want to be there. Marcos said, I don't belong here.
But for future reference, I was supposed to get onto that one later, but...
Patreon, people, that's where you can find.
Yeah, if you do want to catch extra shows of us, always feel free to subscribe to our Patreon.
Reaction to the beef. That's where you can find.
You can see their initial outlook. Also, some other behind the scenes stuff. We had an AI music conversation that's on Patreon. Really dope. A lot of fun. But also, hey, you know, I know that when it comes to funding, everything, not every time you can do it. So, hey, feel free to subscribe for a month. And just make it flexible. Or, if you can't do that, just support us on all the other forms of social media we have. Which is, hey, you're here. We appreciate you.
You pay enough, we'll do whatever show you want.
Actually, I think that's the craziest perk. You could literally pay for us to talk. And it's not even like a short, like, oh, we're doing 30 minutes. It's over an hour 30.
Listen is how committed to this shit I am. If there's an obscure movie from 1974 that you're like, Tommy, I love this weird movie. Can you please do a review on it? If you do that, I have to.
Yeah, we literally are co-signed to...
Obligated to have to.
You can get it specific as down to the host you want. So, give us some freedom of like, hey, you'd love if the conversation included X person.
Yeah, we're not complete whores.
Yeah. So don't be like, I only want JJ
to speak.
But
everyone else just needs to be there and staring awkward.
But
wearing party hats.
But at that top perk, literally you get a full-fledged discussion show dedicated to you, and you get to see it first. So it's really, really cool.
It's fun.
But that said, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Let's set up. Right. Let's dive into it. Yeah. Tommy, this has been some of the most, I think, want to say March to now has been some of the best experiences online that you could get. It's been a joy.
In a window of time, TJ. I agree with you. Right now, I can't say that, but yes, you are right. Hip hop was saved. This was the best thing for it, and it was beautiful to watch, especially if you don't like Drake like me. Then it was just a great thing.
Custom orders like Sandy's nephew's not here in town. So gotta pick the main host.
That was real custom. Yeah.
But we can get you 3 out of the 4.
Yeah,
we'll treat you right.
There you go.
But no, but in terms of so my perspective has not been shared at all.
No.
Actually, I've done some TikToks on this. That's how good the beef is.
Okay.
But to give you a summation, I've had a joy. I've had a blast. I'm probably more positive on it than you are even now, just because I still think the last track that was...
Whose?
Oh, no. The last Kendrick track was still a bop.
Oh, yeah. It specifically was. All those people who were like, oh, I can't dance to this. He was like, all right, I got you.
And I never... And for the life of me, we'll talk more about it in a bit, but Metro saying, I'm making a diss beat the world, trash on Drake, is the most insane
I was waiting on someone to do
thing.
That was in my head. I was like, if I was a rapper, I would just do it. No, I don't need to be famous because Drake makes it so easy. But the fact that Metro just did that, I was just like, everyone go. Everyone
go, and I'll pay the best one.
Yeah.
And give you a free beat. He literally said...
He's Willy Wonka.
He's like...
Willy Wonka right now.
Fucking giving out golden tickets. But the craziest part was, I heard shit, and we'll play some. Right. I heard people from Japan, in Japanese, rapping on this. It's global.
I love it.
Literally, Japanese rappers.
To me, that's next level. To me, you want to know who won this? Metro.
It was Metro. Metro won this, 100%.
Metro absolutely won this. Because look, my whole thing at this point, it needs to just stop. If I'm Kendrick anyways, you're the winner. Everyone knows you're the goddamn winner.
No, he's been the winner for weeks.
Drake's making defense tracks. That's a defense track.
We'll get into that. So we're going to go.
Not even a diss track. That's no, please, cops, don't come to my house. That's what that was.
So we're going to go song by song, talk about the beef, talk about some of the timeline, give some shout outs to those who weren't really mentioned on the back end.
It's an EP.
It's an EP. It's a whole album.
Total EP now.
And this is probably one of the shows where I think Sammy's going to beat me up for this, but it's hard to avoid at least playing some of the tracks. So
it's gonna be tough.
It's gonna be tough. Do my best to not play too long.
Yeah.
But we're gonna get a little bit of a V timeline, talk about some things. But for now, in the chat, if you guys don't mind, drop your favorite song coming out of the beef. Yeah. And we'll talk about ours when we get there.
Talk about it, yeah.
But drop your favorite song coming out of the beef. And I want to actually start off with, you want to know, and I'll get.
Can I admit something before we even I've listened to 2 of Drake's.
So you've only listened to 2?
Only 2.
Okay.
Because I'm not interested in what him and his ghostwriters have to say. You know?
So I will say, I want to start off with who I actually think in this timeline from March to now, before I get into Kendrick and Drake, think dropped the best diss track out of everybody.
Are we really doing that?
You know who I'm talking about. No, really. Yeah. Do you know who I'm talking about?
No.
Yeah, I want before we get into Kendrick, I want to just say who I think did the best diss. It's Chris Brown. Because Chris Brown out of nowhere.
It was a surprise. I wasn't expecting that. Okay. I'm not usually, I don't follow Chris Brown.
Did you hear it?
No, I didn't. I don't know what Chris Brown.
Okay, look. To. So to be fair, if we're talking just diss for diss, just straight. Chris Brown was unnecessary. Chris Brown can't know where
he's going after.
Quavo. He does not like Quavo.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Yeah, he does not like Quavo. So I'm gonna play the song out.
I knew they were beefing. I didn't know they had tracks.
So I'm gonna play the song out real quick, and then we'll get into the Kendrick and Drake stuff because I just need to get some of the auxiliary disses out. Oh no, we'll talk about J. Cole in the equation.
We're gonna talk about Jeremiah.
Okay. So genuinely,
yeah.
Chris Brown.
Right.
Say what you will about him. Man's talented on all fronts.
He's talented.
Talented as hell.
Maybe not the best of people, but yes,
not the best of people.
He is.
But talented.
Settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.
Okay, let's get down to the facts. Pussy, I'm dripping red. Don't let this R&B shit fool you niggas. Get ripped to shreds.
I said, hold up, Chris. Whoa. He's kind of spitting. Whoa. But you want to know what really took me out?
Can I say something just from hearing a few seconds of that better than anything Drake did?
Oh, yeah, that's not even a contest.
Yeah.
Now, I want you to hear about this. I want you to hear this line. This is crazy. I'm not even going to put the lyrics up.
Big fuck you from my middle finger. I tattoo my trigger finger.
I said,
damn, that's rough.
That's Chris Brown. What are you doing, man?
He was mad.
He was mad.
He was big mad.
So when it comes to just straight up, just...
That's hatred.
Yeah, he's...
How come that didn't get more credit? That's aggressive.
There was a lot going on. And I think people just said, Chris Brown, you won.
Chris Brown.
Yeah, people just said, I don't think you come back from that one and then let Chris Brown win. I want you to go and listen to the full track. It's really good. It's like that the entire time. So he's spitting.
That's consistent spitting. Did Quavo ever come back with anything? That's what's over. Drake do what Quavo did, man.
Yeah, do what Quavo did.
Do what Quavo did. Just stop.
So, here we go.
Sending cryptic caution tape tweets. Because you're from Canada. I got to stop saying that. Because look, I'm sure there's some gutter motherfuckers from Canada that are about that life.
No, I'm certain there are.
Just Tory Lanez and Drake ain't it. That's the thing.
Wait, time out. Quavo did? I did not know Quavo did.
Well, the fact you didn't means it's over.
That's did it matter?
That means, yeah.
Bro, I literally did not even hear Quavo's track. Was it good? Actually, you know what? Let's talk about that. Was it good?
Yeah, was it good? Who's this? Calamity. Yeah. I didn't have my readers on. I'm sorry. Yeah, I have a hard time believing it's that good.
I don't think it could go harder than Chris.
Look, the thing I've discovered about Migo is they're not that great separate. The one that was good is the one that passed away, honestly. The other two, it's not. not much happening.
Not much happening.
They got to have someone. You got to have Travis Scott, or you know, or the rest of the crew.
Got to have a little. I'm not gonna,
individually. They are not great.
I'm not gonna sit there and say that because I ain't got no beef with Quavo.
No, I love Migos, but they just, you know.
But I like.
I'm just being honest.
Well, we'll talk about that on the music show. That's properly a music show in the future.
Yeah, this is about beefs.
This is about beefs.
So we going from like.
Yep, we're going from track to track.
Least bad. Oh no, I know we're gonna cover like a lot of major beefs in rap.
Oh yeah, we'll go. So
but I like, are we going from non-fatal to fatal, or how are we doing this? Okay, I'm gonna
go a little bit of a.
Sometimes they get out of control.
I'm gonna do a little bit of a grab bag for that one. So you'll see when we get there. So let's go ahead and start off with. So in the chronology. Basically, song led off
timeline.
where Drake, J. Cole said it's the big three, right? That's the line. And you would think that's super friendly, right? You think that, hey, it's the big three.
It's nice to say.
Yeah, it's a nice thing to say.
Unless the motherfucker saying is someone you can't stand.
And what you can tell, the one thing you're going to come out of this beef with is there is no fiber, no atom in Kendrick's body that likes Drake. Not a single.
The way DMX felt about Drake times that by 10. That's how Kendrick.
It was just like you would be like, oh man, maybe they like at the first one when you say like that, you're like, oh maybe they kind of sort of don't like it. No. Kendrick hates Drake.
Literally, he couldn't contain himself.
Hates every fiber of his being.
Yeah.
So the first thing that set it off was our first song, Like That. And thank you, Vulture, for pulling up the timeline for us because it made it easier for me. Which everyone should have heard this by now.
Yeah.
And this is where.
Since Up lost too many soldiers not to play it safe. In the pool that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up, but they not be legit. No 40 water, tell them.
So, Like That came out March. Popular song.
Yeah.
And that's where the iconic line, fuck the big three.
It's Big Me.
N-word. It's just Big Me.
Yeah.
Nigga, fuck. That's what he says. And it's a great line.
I'm mad at that.
Kendrick is like, barely admits he likes Drake's club pop
Look, so what got us kicked off on Saturday's show was, a Sunday's show was the fact that I said, look, there's one. I admit it. I'm not susceptible to good pop music. To me, Drake is a pop star. He's not a rapper. Plain and simple. That's how I feel, and it won't change.
I'd argue, but go ahead.
Jordan did too. That's why that's why it was a debate.
He's a rapper. He's a pop. He's a
pop rapper. There's a name. There's
not a pop rapper.
He's a pop rapper.
But he's definitely no. If those mushmouth motherfuckers can get rap songs, then Drake's a rapper. That's not.
That's a good argument. That's a good. But again, I'll run through my prerequisites for who a true artist is and isn't. But my thing is, look, it's only one song.
I'm not defending the pedal right now, but I'm just saying.
Drake, man. A lot of people on this show love to defend Drake. But no, my thing is, look, Passion Fruit. I can't deny Passion Fruit. It's a bop. I like it. I truly like that song. But to me, that's where Drake should have stayed. That was his wheelhouse. He could have made a lot of money, been around for a long time, had longevity, had he just stayed there.
Juke the Ronin said
he's hip-hop.
He's hip-hop.
That's
a good
trademark that shit, Juke. Because that's exactly what the fuck he is.
He's a rapper. I'm not about gatekeeping rap.
I am.
I think there's a lot of qualifications.
Here's the thing. He does not fit my prerequisites for an artist. An artist, either make your own beats, which apparently he does, which to me that's just still not good enough because that's too easy to do now. Mm-hmm. He doesn't write any of his shit.
That's the questionable one, right? That's the one where I'm like, you got to be able to write.
When you're doing shit like that, you need to write it. Just write your shit. And that's the thing. He doesn't. Like, not even with diss tracks. Motherfucker using AI and shit. That kind of...
No. Hey, Tommy, we'll get to that one. We'll get to that one. Because I say... Because my thing is, like... when people say...
What's Travis Scott? Travis Scott, he's a rapper.
Because what I say when people are like...
I wouldn't go to any of his shows, but he's a rapper.
Usually when people are starting to categorize rappers... Right. They'll be like... they always have problems with rappers like... and I use this example because it's my favorite one. Like a Lil Dicky, right? Mm-hmm. Where I was like, oh, just because he doesn't fit the mold...
He's a rapper.
But he's 100% a rapper. His lyricism is...
It's lyricism.
Like, he's straight lyricism.
I'm a lyricism guy. And look, yeah, Drake has, but he's not writing that shit. It's very generic. It's very McDonald's to me, the shit he does.
Well, I think Drake has elevated to a place to where if he's on a song, usually it's going to be elevated to something that's like more. You're going to hear it in the club, like you're going to hear
mainstream.
Like it's mainstream, right? And not to say that there's not a lot of songs that like when you get to this level, like Kendrick can do anything and it's going to be a mainstream song. He drops mainstream songs all the time.
He does.
But Drake is kind of in that echelon of like he drops one thing and it's topping the charts just because Drake's on it, right? And so it can afford to be a bit more like less the personality doesn't have to be there. You're like, this is a Drake song,
That's the thing. It's very manufactured. And look, the thing about music, if you know, like Sweeten is a great example. A lot of producers out of Sweeten, it's a formula. And they've mastered it. They're the ones who kind of came up with this formula. If you hit certain beats in any song, be it whatever genre, rap, pop, doesn't matter. You hit certain beats, it's going to catch the ear. It's going to automatically get you just being a human. His shit's like that. It's nothing deep in a fucking Drake song. Nothing you have to think about or unpack, really. It's just what it is. It's surface level shit. It's disposable. It has an expiration date.
But I'd argue
it's a Marvel movie.
But I'd argue that there's a lot of rappers who do some mainstreams. Like I'm with you,
and I'm okay with a couple.
Like I
like your money, man. Like, a couple's fine. A whole album full of it, I don't want to hear that shit.
Like originality for me is a big deal. Like I mean, if you know me personally, like I like lyricism. It's why I like Lupe's. It's why I like people don't give a lot of like how to put it. Not people give plenty of credit. Let me phrase that. It's why I have so much respect to Pharrell because Pharrell's in a different
overall artist.
He's not a category. He's an artist. Right?
He's an artist, and I love artists. I love people you can't put in a fucking box.
And that's where and
I like mainstream. We were talking about Taylor Swift, and look, I know we're actually live this time, can't be edited out, but like Taylor Swift has limitations. She does. But she writes her own shit. She produces her own shit. She directs the music videos. She knows what her limitations are, and she elevates all those other things to where you don't give a flying fuck. She's an artist. I compared her to Bob Dylan. She's very Bob Dylan-ish, to where she just kind of does she writes her shit, she does her shit. It's her world. She controls that. And people love to go to that goddamn world. And there you go. Drake could have had that. But no, this nigga want to get cornrows and grills and act like he from Houston. TJ, that's the problem I have with him. It's too much fakeness. I brought up an old fucking mixtape he had where it was all R&B shit. It was him harmonizing the whole goddamn album. Mm-hmm. The cover is him walking in a park in autumn with a peacoat. That nigga. And now you have cornrows and you talking about black women like they ain't shit. Like all this kind of shit.
Pause. Your vitriol ain't gonna get us through the show.
Me, bro. He truly bothers me.
You ain't gonna let us get through the show, Tommy.
He bothers the fuck out of me.
But I think that's like, how do I put it? There's a quote by Lil Wayne who he was telling Drake like, hey, like rapping, like, hey, you don't have to try and rap about like what we rap about, right? Like rap about like everything that you like your experiences, right? Know.
How it was on the set of Degrassi. And rap about that.
And I'm always like the respect, like, and this goes to he's a really good example. That's why I use him so much.
Right.
Lil Dicky doesn't try to do like he's very particular about rap. He's like, I rap about my experiences because no one has my experiences. Right. So when I rap about it, talks about himself being Jewish, like growing up Jewish, Hanukkah money, all that type of shit like that he grew up with. And then you're like, because that's his experiences, and no one can take that away. And there's always the general.
Anything else like it? in rap form.
And you could have general conversations that are usually like that can transcend, right? If you're talking about money, that's fine. If you're talking about, talk about women to a certain degree, there's buying things, all that kind of stuff. There's like general topics that are safe. Mm-hmm. Right? And I don't think he can't create a banging track. I don't think that's like the era, but I think it's when you start to get into a delta of like maybe acting like you're harder than you are, right? And trying to portray yourself in something that maybe not, and maybe it's. And what I want to also take a sidetrack for is, I also think, like, sometimes it's exposure, right? He spent more time in the industry than not, right? At this point. Therefore, like, he's an exposure to his environment. People hang up on how he grew up, and I'm like, he's also been in the fucking industry around the same people that you guys are like. And also, all these motherfuckers are rich. So, like, let's take a pause.
Everybody's rich.
Yeah, like
everyone is rich.
Like these are all rich.
You try to stay as down to earth as you can.
Like, but a lot of these motherfuckers are rich.
Yeah.
Like, and or have rich lifestyles. And so I don't want to say there's.
No, that's the thing. We talked about that. We covered a lot of ground.
Because there's.
And that's one thing that we talked about Jay-Z, like 444. Like, yes, good album, good. Jay-Z's a master of his craft. You can't take that away. The shit he's talking about, I can't relate to. You're rich as fuck now.
No,
there's a disconnect now. And it's fine. Your skills can still be good or great or perfect. And you can still have a disconnect with your audience because they're on a whole different thing now. You ain't slanging dope.
No, what I like about
New York anymore.
But what I like about Jay-Z, or one of my favorite songs by Jay-Z, which because the music video, a lot of people, but the story of OJ, like,
love it.
That
album's great, and I don't want to say that album's bad. It's not bad. It's just overall not that relatable.
But that
the
song,
quality's there, yeah. But it's still good shit in it.
That song in particular, I tell people all the time that that's a great example of where he's talking about, like, hey, invest,
shit like that.
And I'm like, that's shit that he knows that he's like trying to put, like, y'all motherfuckers are not waking up to this type of shit.
And that's frustrating to me a lot of times when artists like that, to where, like, look, you can't talk about the shit you used to talk about from the Blueprint 1. You can't anymore. You just can't. You married to Beyonce, you're a billionaire now. So you can't. That's no longer a thing. Shit like the story of OJ. Do shit like that. No one does that. Do storytelling. Do shit like that, man. Because no one does it. You still have the skill to kill shit like that.
But I think...
and that to me was the disconnect with that album. And it happens with every... It happened before we started hating Kanye for being himself because he's an awful fucking person. Before that, it started to happen. And it was, like Life of Pablo was terrible. Because it was such a disconnect.
Well, because
to me,
Kanye's very interesting because the way Kanye worked was he was so unique.
Great. Yeah,
he was so unique about what he like.
But you gave him a chance.
Like what is it? A new workout plan? Like that's some that's some shit. When you think about some of his iconic songs, like, and you're like,
Runaway was like something that was different and
he's just like he handled it very differently, which I think a lot of there's a lot of safety nets in rap.
808s and Heartbreak, like phenomenal. Different. Very
it's just different.
Yeah.
And I think that's what stands out when you're in the rap
fucking
game.
Terrible.
But when you start to get into popcorn rap, right, that's when it starts to get problematic because it's not as unique. And I get your point too. But going back to the beef, because that's a broader conversation that I would love to dive into. Push-Ups was the next song.
Oh yeah.
And Push-Ups is probably the one I have heard the least of.
Same.
Ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down. Like your label, boy, you in a scope right now. And you gon' feel the aftermath of what I write down.
So Bossy, you had a whole team of writers to knock that out. That's what it sounds like. I'm not even saying like that's what it is, which it probably is, but that's what it fucking sounds like. It doesn't sound personal.
I think my delta here. What I mean? So for Push-Ups, my delta here is it sounds like what you're saying, like that beat cadence and Drake's voice. I'm like, that's just a Drake freestyle. Yeah. Like that's just because and there's certain song in here that I really give a lot of props to because he just says fuck, because Kendrick says fuck a cadence, fuck a rhythm.
Yeah. It's that personal.
That one doesn't feel personal. I think it gets personal later, but I don't think Drake feels personal in this one.
No, not
in particular. Next up, we have Tailor Made Freestyle, and
he got sued for this.
That's where I said.
That's where it got it. That's where
I know.
You were like, where it started,
and you were like,
yeah.
I know you probably regurgitated because
I absolutely did.
Now
I did.
Now on a similar thing, there's a Patreon episode where I talk about AI and music, and I'm very down the middle. Mm-hmm. But this is one of the cases where I'm like, oh, absolutely not. That's idiotic.
No. Why would the fact you had the goddamn hubris to think that was okay? To think no one would say a word about you doing that bullshit.
And one of these
niggas so fucking disrespectful.
And one of these niggas is alive.
And no shit. As a Tupac fan though, that shit right there. Like, you ain't just coming after Kendrick when you do shit like that, because you knew Pac wouldn't fuck with no goddamn Drake. You know Pac wouldn't fuck with Drake.
And you know for a fact.
DMX hated Drake.
And you know for a fact.
You know what I mean?
And Snoop Dogg, who I'd also say is an artist and just kind of lives in his. I don't even know what Snoop Dogg is.
Snoop Dogg is retired. That's what retirement should look like.
He's
done all he needs to do. He's just doing shit now, and we love him for it.
He just
whole
exists.
New career of just being Snoop Dogg.
He's just Snoop Dogg. Like he could just show up.
If you can make money just being you,
that
means you did something right. You can be friends with Martha Stewart and shit.
Ooh, I don't agree, but that's
not even close.
No, Family Matters is Drake's best track.
I was gonna say it's the best he had, but it's
Drake's best track.
It's not enough.
But
nowhere near.
I think the follow up to that's way better. But what I will say with Drake is, and I want to give a caveat to this. I actually am more so than Tommy. I actually am a Drake fan. Like I do like, or was a Drake fan. I do like Drake's music. Like I like.
It's catchy.
No, time out. I like Drake and the cadences that he does. Like, I'm like, hey, in a Drake song, you can put it in the background. Like, it's gonna hit. Like, you're gonna be like, cool.
You can listen to it in American Eagle Outfitters. You can.
Because sometimes, sometimes you're like he's like a good, and especially some of his older shit. Like, it's really good because you're like, hey, I like old school Drake a lot. Yeah. That said, that's the stupidest thing you could have done in the middle of a beef to do AI with one person who's like, people get caught up on the Tupac thing, which I think is, I'm with you, super disrespectful. Yeah. Snoop is around. Why?
Very right.
Because you know for a fact, Snoop, first of all, Snoop.
Thought he wasn't paying attention? Or?
Yeah. Snoop will, for money, Snoop will do anything.
He will.
But also, let me phrase that. Snoop is willing to do a lot for money.
Yeah.
But I know for a fact he probably was like, absolutely not.
Fuck no.
I'm not getting involved in this. I want no part of this.
Nah, I'm good.
Snoop's not looking for trouble. He doesn't need to.
He doesn't need it at all.
Okay. Then, and of course, in that, Snoop Dogg was like, "What?"
Happy Super, yeah. And that's to me that was really it. That was kind of the end. He could have stopped right here.
He could.
This is one of my favorite diss tracks ever.
So Euphoria,
yeah,
comes out. And
Euphoria.
This, I have a lot of respect for Euphoria.
Yes,
because it changes cadences. How many times in this? It's a switch up.
No, to me, it's a thinking man's diss track. This motherfucker, it's someone described it as a psychologist just going rogue on a patient, because that's what it feels like. I ain't heard a diss track where a motherfucker just goes after everything, your entire manhood. You're a shitty father. You probably need therapy because you're really fucked up. Like, I've never heard of that in such a way. So, like, yeah, you have to unpack a lot of Euphoria. It comes at you quick, and I listened to it like 5 times and found something new every time I listened to it.
Talking about J. King, you sound a lot like Jordan.
What'd he say? What was that?
Said Euphoria is a bop, but lyrically not K-Dot's best. And I said,
man, Jesus.
I said you're lyrically limited. Also, by the way, in these
L. King, you are a Drake fan, obviously.
And we got proms.
No, hey, look.
I get it.
You can like who you like. I don't get it, but it's fine.
No, I got, like, again, I came into this more neutral than you'd think.
Yeah.
But what I respect with Euphoria is, and
have you ever paid $500,000 like to a puff? Let me see if Chubbs really pop ass with him. Let's speak on percentage. Show me.
So I just did 3 different jumps in the song, and it's
like
three different songs, yeah. Right? He's like, I'm a Ross fan, to be honest. Hey, you know what? Hey. You know what?
That's fine.
That's fine. I respect that.
Perfectly fine. Maybach music. Okay, it's fine.
Maybach music. Hey, that's one of the best tags for me personally.
Your family, Crody. Talk about me and my family, Crody. Someone go bleed in your family, Crody.
And so, Euphoria comes out, and I think Euphoria really sets the way.
Oh, it was all anybody talked about for about 12 hours straight.
And
which is a lot in attention economy these days.
And shout out to Kendrick. Kendrick was,
and also shout out to him because his Apple Music numbers were stupid. Like, he made money off of
these motherfuckers got paid.
Hey, he really did.
But Kendrick for sure. Because Kendrick
did too. Kendrick really. That was the gauge. He won that.
And then we have 616, which
that's the one I've heard the least.
I've heard 616 the least.
Yeah.
And I also think in terms of the ones that stuck with me, 616 is not the highest one on my list.
Okay.
But it's not bad. It's not bad or anything.
Right.
616 was the one that just kind of slipped on the radar because it came out after Euphoria.
Yeah.
And there was nothing to follow up from Drake. And then he just came out with 616.
Yeah.
So 616
I come from love, Estelle, cover my heart, then open me up. Remember when picked up a pen, lyrics that
I think
he did that one on his iPhone.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good song.
And look, it's lyricism. Whether you think it's great or not, I mean, it's a diss track, so you're not you're gonna get good disses and shit. Like, as far as this nigga trying to win a Grammy, that's not what's happening here.
Not happening at all.
Yeah, it's you gotta respond, and like Euphoria took a minute, but I mean, if it's that good, no one really cares. Like the fact Euphoria took a week, 2 weeks, something like that, to come out. I don't go back to the screen.
Yeah, no, Euphoria was
in between.
Tailor-Made was
April 19th, and Euphoria was
2 weeks. About 11 days.
11 days, yeah. And if that's what you come up with, kudos. Like, I'm not worried about the time. But clearly, that's not all he was doing.
No, so, it wasn't, because he came out with 616 afterwards, and that's about a week's time, 4 days.
Right.
And then Drake comes out with Family Matters, which I do think is his strongest track in the set.
Agreed.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
nigga, I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed and I deal with his dad. I gotta go bad. Yeah, drop a 50 bag for the mom in a spot. Drop ass for Drake, now shake that ass for free. Yeah. We're not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga.
I'd be objective. It's actually like this is for Drake.
It's the best he got. I admit that.
Like when he's coming swinging, like this beat does not. The beat does not sound like a Drake beat. That's not something he's typically.
It's the most aggressive type of beat.
And so when he's coming swinging, and he does switch up later. So I do like Family Matters. I think it's a pretty strong hitter. The problem was, it had people were like, "Oh man, he won with Family Matters."
No.
You weren't online. People were like, "Were you not?" I don't know if you were online.
I wasn't following the Drake. Drake stands.
People were. Okay. No, I wasn't following Drake stands. People online were like,
"No, you knew."
No. Family Matters.
Yeah.
He won this.
Okay.
For about an hour. Because Kendrick did the thing I don't think I've ever seen.
That was harsh. That shit was harsh.
No, Kendrick didn't. No, the problem was not just because he dropped it. Right. He dropped that bitch 2 hours. Like,
immediately.
He said, "Oh."
I knew he was gonna. You knew he was gonna, and I knew he was gonna.
And I was like, Kendrick.
It's like it took him 2 weeks. He's sitting on more. He's waiting on you to do exactly what you did.
And someone said in the chat, Best Calamity, who was like, 616 felt like a warning.
Yeah.
And Drake said, "Fuck it. I'll bite." And then Kendrick did Meet the Grams, and I love Meet the Grams. Meet the Grams.
Is that your favorite one?
Meet the Grams, at least the one that
I like
knocked me out. I was like, this.
Dear Adonis, I'm sorry that man is your father.
Yeah, no, that one was
a man to be a man. Your dad is not responsive. I look at him and wish your grandpa would have.
Oh, thank you. It was 30 minutes. It wasn't even like I thought that was like a couple hours. No, it was like a breath.
No, yeah, I was about to say, it was 30 minutes.
And then
I thought it was less than that, too. Yeah, it was almost as immediate as you can get on the internet.
Like, he said.
As immediate as,
bro, he had that shit in his YouTube drafts.
Waiting. He hired someone to wait. Whenever he releases it, let me know.
And I just think that, yeah, he had it ready. Was ready to cook, and he was like, "You put my family in this, cook you up." Promise with this, right? I think that when it comes to Meet the Grams, that's a track that you end on, and I don't think you can come back from that as Drake. Like, I really was like, Drake, I don't know how you respond to this.
That's the man's house.
So that was on the next one.
Oh, that was like a. Oh,
that's not like us. Okay, Meet the Grams. He had he had the pic. That was the one with the picture.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I get them very confused. There was a lot of them, but yeah. Meet the Grams was so to me, that was the most personal one. That was like, listen.
No, it was super personal.
Like, look, I don't need to rap. I'm just going to talk to you over a beat how awful his fucking dude is.
Because no matter what, he has a portion of a song where he's calling out his son by name, his parents by name, and an unnamed daughter which we'll get into, which may or may not exist. And I said, no. That Dear Adonis was what got that.
That's what hooked me into it. I'm like, oh my God.
My stomach said, oh God.
Oh, no.
And I said, that's pure, like you said, pure disrespect.
He just did.
And then in the same day, because Kendrick just said, fuck it, I'm making an EP. Hey, that's when he dropped Not Like Us.
A sledgehammer, man.
I see dead people.
What I like the least
Really?
No, actually, 616.
Must have on the beat, ho, deep, boat,
I didn't think he needed to do this.
Oh, yeah, he did.
I get why he did.
He said,
I felt to me, I was like, I get it, but you didn't need to.
No.
Don't placate. You don't need to placate them.
No, fuck it.
You are a lyricist,
he said,
you don't need to do this.
He said, fuck it, I'll make a bop just to bury you.
That's all Drake's doing. Catchy bops.
No, granted, Not Like Us is a club song. Because, like at the end of the day, Meet the Grabs is hard to listen to.
Oh, it's
not in a bad way. Like
that's what I'm saying. It's the most it's the like fuck all this. Put a beat on. I'm just gonna tell you shit, and that's exactly what he did.
So, but
and not, it was a poem more than it was a song.
But Not Like Us was like
beautiful,
no.
Dude.
This is a song.
Fuck Marlene, this is a song. How many options you really got? I mean, it's too many options. Because those people literally complaining like, oh, I can't dance to any of these. It's like, all right, that's not what diss tracks.
But that's not what diss tracks are for.
Yeah.
That's not. But
Drake thinks that's the case.
And then Drake follows it up with The Heart Part 6, which I thought, I think we're on the same page here.
Very defensive.
That was super defensive. And the moment you get defensive, that's bad.
You're done.
You're done.
You lost.
You're right.
You made a defense.
And I want to break down this track in particular.
This is not you talking about Kendrick because you're done. You have no more ammunition.
Because the worst part is
all that. Yeah.
Drake actually think the naming scheme, that's great. The way you approach that, because he said, I'm gonna be the sixth one. Because how'd I put it? Kendrick on all of his albums has the heart. And so doing the heart part 6, I'm like, that's just like, oh shit, that's a good. Now the numbering scheme is always fucked up. That would make me feel personal.
Oh, that's very personal.
But no.
Just logistically, that's why.
You bid on a speculation. You dumb and reactive, nigga. I'm petty with dedication. What about the bones we dug up in that excavation? And why isn't Whitney denying all Asia? Whitney, you can hit me if you need a favor. And when I say I hit your back, it's a lot safer.
That was what got him, right? And not that lyric, but that song, because
I'm not though.
Bro, literally, he's like, no, nah, never, not me. Like, I'm like, dog, no, but buddy.
That's not what this track. This isn't a diss track.
First of all, I to address the allegations is one thing, which
you shouldn't do that in a song.
You didn't do that in a song.
Maybe an interview.
Also, your PR team needs to work on addressing.
Go on hot ones. Address it on hot ones.
Yeah, PR team needs to do a better job at helping you address situations that you catch yourself into.
Yes.
2,
hey,
you saying I planted the information that you based your diss on is the stupidest.
That's the dumbest fucking thing you can say.
Because he called you a pedophile.
He did. He not only he unearthed a settlement that you had over some very questionable things.
He also
that was a settlement. That was NDAs involved and all that kind of shit. And he found that out about you and put it out there. And no one has said no, that's not the case. So that looks like that's like on record that you had to settle a fucking lawsuit about you doing some real creepy shit.
That's like, I'm not.
You know what I'm saying?
And to say, like, and that's what I'm saying. You have to be super careful when you're, you have to be super careful when you're addressing these things because he mentioned, because he has a Millie Bobby Brown lines, and I said, bro, you ain't gotta throw that in there, dog.
Did Kendrick even throw the name specifically?
No.
Like, is he gonna throw in Millie Bobby? He didn't do that at all. You
but
did
it
yourself.
Does, to your point,
which is weird, man.
Time
yes, no, Rakeem, yeah, it is. And like, look, I would never. I'm not throwing that shit out willy nilly.
No, you're not throwing that shit out.
Drake was always a little questionable. Like, I'm not saying he is or isn't, but it's a spotlight on him now.
And you don't want that light. And you don't want that to be in a song.
No, you don't want. Yeah, you don't want to put that in, especially put it in there yourself.
And Jesus I do feel like, Calamity, to your point, I do feel like this is one of the ones where Drake actually, like, feels like he wrote it. Yeah. Like, I will agree with you there. That said, that makes it worse.
That's what I said, too. That's what I said. Like, that one feels different from the others. Less produced. That one feels more, that's his most personal, but it's not good. You know, Meet the Grams was personal, but it was good. This is Drake's personal one, and it's not good because, I believe it too. I don't think a ghostwriter did that. I think that's him. That's all him.
And it was like, and it's
not that good.
And I don't think it was good because he was defensive. It was defensive. It was not attacking.
Like someone's like, no, Drake, don't go in there. Wait till we get the team together to write this shit for you.
We need the Avengers.
He's like, nah, man, no. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do that. And he goes into, that's how he sounds, code switches. And he goes into the studio and he does that shit.
And I would just say...
he lost himself, whatever, I guess if he thought he had a lifeline, or any of his stands or fans thought he had a fucking lifeline. He does not.
And that's the problematic portion, right?
Yeah.
Where I'm just like, Drake. There was a lot of ways to address the situation. I think you should have separated these out. He's like, hey, yo... That shit that he's saying, because he was dilly-dallying.
Yeah.
Kendrick was like, bop, bop.
Boom.
And there was nothing.
Razors.
And I get he was either writing or something. Yeah. But the first thing I'm doing, if that happens, is... Oh, yeah, we getting into that in a bit. The first thing I'm doing when I go out there is, fuck that shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting my shit. Like, no. Fuck all the...
From that?
Yeah, fuck all the diss shit.
You're coming there.
Yeah, fuck all the diss shit. Let me make sure to clear up the air on this shit. First and foremost,
you can't get
I got something for you that's dedicated to attacking you because it's back and forth attacks. You can play a little minor defense like, hey, all that shit you saying, right? Quit real quick and keep it moving.
A verse, maybe.
But not
you
spending the track defensing.
To it. Yeah.
And it was
Looks
just...
Bad look.
Yeah, and yes, he sounded exhausted. He's tired of it.
Yeah.
Because he picked the wrong person to duke it out with.
He doped him. Yeah, like, no, you were not equipped for this, man. And that's what I thought from Euphoria. I was like, oh, you picked a fight with a dude who can do this all day. All day he can do this to you.
Do this for
free. And he's going to wear you out. He's going to make it, look, we're tired. He's going to wear us out if that's what it takes, which is kind of where I'm at now because I'm exhausted by it. But it's like, beat your man, dude. I get it. I can take my eyes off of it and let you beat him in private, in the shadows. That's fine. But he's beat. He's done.
But what I will also say is, again, the real winner of the Kendrick and Drake beef is actually Metro. I've said this
that shit was genius, man.
Metro was so funny. And I know that we did like Sam was covering this bit in the pre-show.
Yeah.
But... Blaxcellence, we got to talk about it. And I can actually play this one.
Okay. That's the content.
That's hilarious. Like... Drake's only comment towards this was like, you made a whole thing about my ass? And it's like, bro, that's not what you want to make a comment on. Metro just pulled a whole track.
Beat.
And
do your own thing with it. But the hook is BBL.
The hook is hilarious. The hook is still funny. And on this one,
I can't wait to see the best ofs when this shit really.
Oh, I got you. I'm gonna get you. The
internet works fast.
I'm gonna get you some one like Trap House Sports is one of the ones that stands out because everyone loved Trap House Sports. So I'll get that one. But people were just going in, and it's kind of crazy how much they were going in. Yeah. So you haven't heard this one. We'll start off with this one. Okay. But the contest got so many people involved.
Oh, good.
That and this is the one that Metro tweeted himself and said, yeah, this is probably the funniest one out of all of them.
Yeah.
How strong as a bitch, he get too surprised it might cause a glitch about. They say Drake got a BBL. He off the old zip, it ain't hard to tell. They say Drake eyebrows about strong as a bitch. He get too surprised it might cause a glitch. They say Drake not allowed at Chuck E. Cheese. They saw Drake at Claire's talking about some bad teams. Drake not British, why he keep saying team? Drake might not know where he from. For sure. Everybody say that I rap like Neff. Y'all might be right, I'm about to diss myself. Man, why you trying to rap like somebody else? I'm not even rapping, I'm dead ass just talking. Whole world out here ducking fade. Out here riding the bike with them dusty ass chains. Drake got addicted to perks at 30. Dot 5'1", he can't even touch net. They said Dot gotta jump to sit down. Quavo still mad about Chris Brown. ASAP Rocky don't know what to do. Please do us a favor, don't get in the booth. ASAP, please stay away from the mic. Just put on that fit, it's gonna be alright. ASAP, please do not respond. We don't want to hear that shit, I'm begging. Zeke need to get some knees like Megan. It's not about football, damn, I'm tripping. Jerry Jones might be older than Christmas. J. Cole dressed like a crackhead's wish list. J. Cole got crackheads on salary. Drake did what? Call Chris Hansen. They said Drake was on Epstein Island. They're the same weekend as Deshaun Watson. Metro on the beat, I respect your talent. You still look like evil Miles Morales. Drake got CTE from being too freaky. Dot got CTE too cause he tweaking.
He's got people who don't know. how to rap. Just going in on you.
He was just
Rakeem, we know that's what makes it so bad. Like
it's so funny.
It's just you have the world coming at you. People are like, I don't know how to rap, but fuck it, let me go after
Yeah,
Drake.
literally. Trap House Sports thing is like he just makes commentary on people who like he's a press Cowboys fan. That is the whole thing.
Right.
So that's why he brought up he did. He was like, Jerry Jones was on, but he literally just going through and he's like, and he's just having but to have people go on someone who's not even a rapper, just saying fuck it. I'm just gonna talk on this beat.
That makes it so much.
That makes it funny.
Because when you go after someone, you're like, a lot of people don't like a lot of people. You're like, I'm not a good rapper. I can't go after them in that form. And for someone to be like, yeah, you can. That's a beautiful thing to me. And it being Drake makes it so much better.
And
and it's so good, yes.
But
it is.
I can go to...
It's quantity over quality, people. Like, goddamn.
Oh, quantity for sure.
That quantity hurts. Quantity can hurt you.
Cause he got you got no-name rappers.
Yeah, you have just random people just coming at you. Cause fuck it, that's the contest.
Got someone making saxophone.
Oh my God. You got saxophone players coming at you now. That's
actually,
hold up. Can we do something with this? That's sexy as fuck.
Super sexy. But I mean, you had...
Damn, man. Yeah, the Metro, get that dude involved. That's good shit.
Hey, folks. It's time for the Manscaped ad. Did you know that over 5 million people trust the fine folks at Manscaped? You may think I'm reading the ads from right here. I'm not. Here's the thing. I know the Manscaped ad backwards and forwards, and I really am not reading. I'm just closing all the tabs. Because here's the thing, folks. I love Manscaped. Manscaped's the finest in men's grooming and people grooming if you really want to take it there. And I do. But not right now. So, did you know that Manscaped gives you 20% off and free shipping? They're pretty generous with that. But wait. They only do that with us, right? I don't think they do it with anybody else. But at least if you're watching right now, you should only do it with us and use our coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. We're not doing any of these Cinco de Mayo. It's over. Cinco de Mayo's over. We're not doing it anymore. Just reminding you. But what we are doing is continuing to give you saving after saving after saving after saving by going to manscaped.com and saying, hey, maybe you should get the Lawnmower 5.0. Or the Performance Package 5.0 Ultra, the greatest Performance Package 5.0 Ultra that you can possibly get with a little bit of a discount right there. And it gets the underwear, you get the Shed Travel Bag, Crop Preserver, Crop Sewer. You get the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra Groin and Body Hair Trimmer with the 2 detachable heads. And you also get the Weed Whacker. That is so many things. Don't you want so many things? Guess what? Mother's Day is around the corner. And be like, hey, Ma, you're hairy. Fix it. No, don't do that. But Father's Day is coming up sometime in the future. Nobody gives a shit, really. Anyway, I'm kidding. No, you have plenty of time, though, is what I'm saying. That's the truth of the matter, is that you have plenty of time for Father's Day. You have plenty of time to get yourself right for summer. It's already hot here in Texas. It's already hot. So make sure your goods, I was going to say testes. Yeah, fuck it. Your testes are nice and clean. Your groin, your armpits. Yeah, you forgot about your armpits. Most people forget. Most adults like, armpit hair. Nobody worries about that. They do. They really do. So, take care of that. Take care of your face. I haven't taken care of my neck or my face. I gotta go take my passport picture tomorrow, and guess what I'm gonna use? Manscaped products. Also, if I decide to get new ones, I use 20% off and free shipping using Manscaped discount code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping, thanks to the fine folks at themanscaped.com. And themexcellence thank us, too. You forget that sometimes, though. We bring that to you. You're welcome. Thank you. So, MEX20, it's summertime, summertime. That's not an AI song, that's real. Like the rap beef that's going on, because we're trending, we're on top of the hippity hop. Manscaped.com, use coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping. You know what to do. Thank you. Hey, we're doing the ad. We got a second ad.
Oh, it's more.
Of course there's more. You know why? Because when you use Joy Mode, you got more. You got more of that, ooh, I've told you before. Now, you want to know what's hotter than the latest rap beef going on? Sex, like most of the time. Like, if you're either having sex or having rap beef, they're almost equal, but not quite. But if you use Joy Mode, sex is even better than any rap beef you could ever have. Although it's pretty good, still better. Because here's the thing, folks. The Sexual Performance Booster at usejoymode.com/MEX20 is 20% off with free shipping. Well, Sam, why would I even want to get it? I can't believe anything's hotter than this latest rap beef. Well, you'd be wrong. Sexual performance booster from Joy Mode increases your blood flow, your sexual wellness, your erection quality, and heart health. Can rap beef do that? It can only do like maybe one of those things, but it's probably not the one you think it is. So, get the sexual performance booster and get a 10-pack or just get a 30-pack. Stock up, because here's the thing. Either it's for sex or it's for just getting the blood flowing and getting the goods going so you get that feel good. Like I said, that noise I made earlier. It's the feeling you get. Now, maybe you don't want that feeling. It'll be a different feeling for you, and it'll come out in a different noise. But for me, ooh, baby. So, that's better than any rap beef feeling you'd ever get. Neither one of those guys made me say, ooh. So, Joy Mode does, though. Healthy blood flow, erection firmness and quality, stamina, athletic and gym performance, heart health, and it's got natural ingredients: L-citrulline, arginine nitrate, Panax, ginseng, and vitamin C. Sam, I don't know what an arginine nitrate is. Arginine nitrate increases blood circulation, which is vital for improved stamina and sexual performance. It's right there. If you went to usejoymode.com/Mex20, you'd already know what it does. And you should by now, because they've been a sponsor and a partner with us for some time now. So be sure to make sure that your erections are as hot as the latest diss track that's coming out or may have already come out. We don't know. These are pre-recorded. Or, well, they're live now, but when you're watching it, if you're not watching it at this present, it's pre-recorded. So, they love our ad reads here at all these commercials. So, use Joy Mode and get coupon code MEX20 for 20% off and free shipping at usejoymode.com/MEX20 and get your boner right.
You found something else?
No, I mean, I
you know what happens when you search the internet, man?
Yeah, I'm on the internet. I'm just surprised. How do I put it? At how many tweets there are. So many rappers. Everyone coming out the woodworks, and it's just ridiculous. But that said, Metro won just because of the crazy shit of dropping a beat. No. Oh, actually, hold up. Oh man, that's the one I wanted to show you.
He did pretty well. Like that's pretty smart. While you're doing that, can I put the camera on me? So yeah, my first introduction, I was introduced to pretty much Kendrick and J. Cole around the same time. And then there was like a whole thing back in the day with, was it Good Kid, Mad City? Or Section 8, where it was like J. Cole versus Kendrick. They never went at each other like personally really. But it was just like they came out around the same time and they were both different. And people were like, okay, hey, rap, it's a real thing again. It's different. It's real. I love it. And so, like, I remember it was a dude I used to, every time I talked to him, my only discussion was who's better, Kendrick Lamar or J. Cole. I was a Kendrick guy. He was a J. Cole guy. And, it was no beef because it's just like.
Well, because J. Cole can see into the future. J. Cole read the waves.
Chestnut checkers,
J. Cole said, wait, I know my lane, and I'm going to stay it.
I'm going to stay right in it.
All the J. Cole, J. Cole memes coming out of this are so fun.
Go over there. Y'all, they are hilarious.
There's one I want to show you.
I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. Yeah.
It's... You see this one, Tommy?
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, that one had me rolling.
Yeah, that was the first time I saw that one. That was not the one I was expecting.
Oh man,
It's so many.
There's so many.
Yeah.
But the fact I just love the fact that J. Cole cried at the bottom of his bike. They have every meme has J. Cole just on his bike. And
hey, in this beef, that's the best place for you to be, honestly. Jesus.
But it's been a great time for. It's been a great time for beefing. Been a great time just to be on the internet. It's been so funny to see everyone in unison to talk about some dumb shit.
Yeah, we need that.
And at the end of the day, I don't know. Is there a timeline before you're finished? Because I don't know if Drake.
I thought it was, but this is like everyone's looking for when is it going to end, and I think that's why it's been stretched out for so long. Because I haven't seen one this big with this much attention on it.
I mean, because
like I said, the Chris Brown Quavo thing quietly ended. Most of them quietly end.
But no, I think with beefs, right? Beforehand, a lot of the iconic rap beefs you're thinking of are either from, and we'll talk about one that I want to bring up real quick. But a lot of the iconic rap beefs, there wasn't Twitter wasn't available at the time, right? Or the most iconic when you're thinking of them.
Yeah,
Twitter wasn't available.
There was no Twitter involved. It was all street, just word of mouth.
So now we have this one where it's like, is Drake just gonna go off into the ether? And yes, I do know, there was also the incident with the security guard, which has a lot of different layers to it, because it's like, oh shit, is that like actually something that happened?
Yeah.
Is it, are they trying to get the heat off them, so someone had to take a hit?
Yeah.
A lot of questions that come around with
that. If there was ever a time to do it, now would be that time. I'm not saying that's the case, but I mean, so he can't do anymore. So there are no more words to be said.
So Tommy, let me ask you this.
Right.
Would you catch a bullet to end a beef?
No.
If you were getting paid?
No.
$1 million?
No.
Just a bullet.
Where's the bullet going?
That's the hey, no one.
If I question mark, then no.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you can pick.
I mean, head and leg are two completely different things, man.
You can pick. Different
effects.
You just have to catch a bullet.
Nah, I'm good. For what?
You gotta get
for Drake?
No. Let's say it's for Drake, but you're getting paid for it.
Never.
Lots of money.
Never.
You never have to worry about a day in your life.
Never.
Okay.
Not for Drake. Just principalities.
Understood.
No Drake.
Fair, man. I just gotta check where your morals are.
Right.
But there was a lot of beefing going around this time.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about the general timeline of some other beefs that happened and some other tracks that happened. We talked about Chris Brown at the start. Also, hold on, let me take a step back. If you want to know my personal opinions, I do think at the current moment, Kendrick by a landslide. It's not even a contest, and it would take about 18 different tracks and a lot of dirt.
An album or two, and actual dirt. You can't keep saying he's short. So the fuck what? He's short. Alleged he beats his wife. No one else has said that but you.
Oh, the other thing about what was it? Was it the heart? He kept talking about Kendrick getting touched as a child. That's not an angle, again, you want to take. That's terrible.
Yeah, thank you for bringing that.
That's
I could almost
bad.
let that slip.
I forgot.
That's not a diss, motherfucker. That's like, if that is the case, that's, traumatic. People go to therapy for that. It's not a thing you put in a fucking diss track, you dumb motherfucker. He's not smart, man.
Because I'm like...
He's not a thinking man's artist.
Kendrick and Drake were judging very what is it?
You being a shitty father and DMing 12-year-olds is a problem.
Yeah, no,
that's a fucking.
They were actually judging. First of all, it was inaccurate from Drake's song, but the other part was that when it came to Kendrick was talking about allegations and things that are out there.
Yeah.
That are about your bad doings.
Yes.
It's a very different thing.
Big difference. A big old difference. If it was shit out there about Kendrick beating his wife or that, even if that's the case, you don't touch shit like that. But if beating his wife was a thing that people had heard of before this, which isn't the case, only thing Kendrick had said he had sex with white women at some point in his life. On his album, by his, own admission. You tried to use that as something.
It's just
because he knows he has a large fan base that are women, and if there's a trigger for some black women, it's that.
Very tricky. Very tricky.
It is some. It damn sure ain't even close to all. But what is close to all is his disrespect to black women, which I don't fucking appreciate at all. You get with 21 Savage, you want to just start disrespecting black women.
And yes, to your point, Apocalypse, it was a total misinterpretation of previous song lyrics because he needs to get a better dirt team. Better dirt digging team.
If it's, he does. Because, look, Kendrick doesn't strike me as a dude who has a lot of dirt, or at least dirt you would find out about for just such reasons. So, yeah, your dirt team's terrible. You need to do a better job yourself, clearly. Because it's a lot of dirt on you. A lot more dirt on Drake than it is Kendrick.
So,
which alone, if someone's using that, then you already lost, if that's the case.
I also have some other things. In this maelstrom of beefing.
Yeah.
M got beat. M got dissed. Which is
he gets dissed a lot by a lot of people just trying to take shots at him.
And he addressed them.
He does, as he does.
So there's a list of people that you probably shouldn't do it to.
He's on that list.
M is really high on that list.
Yeah, and people yet still, like, I guess he's old or no, he lives for shit like this. He's bored. Like, if you do this, he'll do it. He will do it.
But Benzino was the one who dissed him.
Benzino's been trying for years.
He's trying for years, and he tried again.
Recently?
Recently.
Oh,
in the last couple months.
I didn't know Benzino was still around.
And I believe, and you want to know what happened? Eminem, of course, responded to it in a heartbeat.
He's retired. He has nothing else to do.
Above his head doing jumping jacks. Wow, sorry, I don't mean to upset you, Ben.
He came out with a music video for it.
Yeah, he just does what he wants.
He's bored. He has nothing else to do. You don't just do that to him because he loves it. He's that's how he got started, was battle rap. That is Eminem's origin. Did you not watch 8 Mile? Hence the color scheme, like that was because of 8 Mile. The black and the yellow, that was what he was trying to do there. Like M's one of the best battle rappers there is. So why would you just? And people
will even say like because like when you think about the giraffe
Machine Gun Kelly tried to do it.
Like I even like M. So with the giraffe line in particular, he comes out and he just says the reason is because Benzino's afraid of giraffes. Like he's on camera saying he doesn't like. Yeah. So that's the whole thing. I know. People are like, so it's a double entendre, and they were like, I mean, it's a double meaning, and you're like,
smart
damn,
man's
it's
diss
just
tracks. Yeah,
he's talented at his lyricism. Yeah. I'm a big.
No, we can't do that. Yes, he is. He absolutely, without a question, is top 5.
M is top 5 for sure. I'm not going to entertain that conversation.
Question. Yeah, Jesus.
You want to talk about someone?
What are we talking about? Yeah,
bro, M will be on a track, and when it so if you're talking to two people who lean into lyricism like we do, there's
no, he's a master of lyricism.
There's no literally, there's no way in hell.
Yeah.
He wouldn't be in top 5 minimum for lyricism.
You're not listening to him if you don't think that's the case. You're listening to beats or some shit. You're not listening to lyrics.
I'm not saying everything.
If that's a question, and we love you, Lil Apocalypse, we really truly do. But goddamn, man, that's a bold take. That's a bold ass take.
I'm not saying I love all of them songs. I
albums. Are we doing this?
Let's not. I'm not entertaining it. I'm not entertaining this conversation.
History. Okay, all right, it's fine.
Like, I'm not going to entertain this. Also, he's one of the few people who universally, across the board,
no matter what race,
no matter who you're talking to, rappers all will say M.
Thank you, Drift. I don't think he does. He may have some mediocre at worst. I don't know if he has truly bad.
But M, no, we're not. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. You're trying to pull me into
us, man.
And M is top 5.
He absolutely.
And I would say he has. So that's just his most recent diss track. But M also, he just disses. If you come after M, he'll diss you
immediately.
One of my favorite ones,
and make a video out of it.
One of my favorite ones was when he came after Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, that was fun.
He made Machine Gun Kelly switch genres.
He did.
Shut the fuck up. Here's that autograph for your daughter. I wrote it on a starter cap. Stand, son. Listen. Man,
I love that one.
How you gonna name yourself?
I love Killshot.
Killshot's a good one. To me, Killshot is up there with some of the best ones.
Oh, yeah, he made MGK switch genres.
That man switch fucking genres. He's like, oh, pop punk. That hasn't been done in a while. He made him do that. Made him change his whole persona. He switched his whole fucking persona after Killshot.
You wanna know Machine Gun Kelly right now? I got you.
Before and the after. We're from rap to this.
Sometimes I'm mad.
Hey, shout out to Machine Gun Kelly for bringing pop punk back, man. Hey, look, it's better than going into the obscurity. Like, hey, like he got me. He took a shot, which he shouldn't have, trying to get on the map. It did not work. He went to a new genre that needed to be dusted off. There you go.
This was Machine Gun Kelly before.
Yeah, that was before Killshot.
And that was
Do
before
we have
Killshot.
an after?
That was before. Like, I mean, that was after that I just shared.
That was after Kill Shot?
The one before. No.
No, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Is it a video to that song you just played?
Oh, hold up. I got you.
There you go.
You want a music video?
Yeah, a music video for post Eminem Machine Gun Kelly. This nigga is playing the piano now. And I wanted to like Machine Gun Kelly, man. I didn't have a problem with him.
He just came out the gate.
He just attacked him for no reason.
No reason at all.
Not smart, man.
And but what I give him respect for, he said, I've had enough. I'm going to pack up my shit and leave.
You win this one, good sir. I bid you adieu. And yeah, that was him.
So, I know. So, he was like, please turn this off. y'all killing me today. Yeah, I would say, Apocalypse, I have no beef with you. Love you. Well, love you because you ride or die in these chats.
I always thought Illpocalypse was Lil Apocalypse. Illpocalypse, I apologize.
You know,
I have glass.
But this is the one I cannot co-sign on, but you're valid. No, Tom, I can't even say that. I don't know, man. M is just one of those universal people you gotta be
that's
like.
That's wild. I don't know why we spent this much time on it. Like, it's crazy.
I'm baffled. Yeah, he made a man switch genres. You have to be an amazing rapper to make a man switch genres.
A dude whose career was on the upward.
Literally. Machine Gun Kelly was
upward.
Flowing.
And he's like, I'm ready now to take out the GOAT. And that's what happened. And he ain't bounced back since. He started dating Megan Fox just to kind of stay relevant again, because music-wise, if it wasn't pop punk, he was not relevant.
Bitch. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, Ja Rule had a beef? This sounds familiar.
I did not know Ja Rule had a beef. Where's Ja Rule?
Who's the beef with, Rakeem? I do remember something around Ja Rule having a beef, but I don't remember with who. Was it?
He's like, I put more weight on catalog, and that's what. Again, I'm really struggling here.
Still, if that's the case,
M has a huge backlog.
That catalog's crazy. That's like 2 greatest hits albums at the very least. That's at the least. It's probably 3.
And M was on everything back in the day,
dude.
Bro, you remember he was part of a group.
The D12.
He was part of D12.
It's hits there. It's 2 hits at least from them.
And
Purple Pills, come on, man.
And I still listen to
I'm baffled, man. Is this where we are now?
My salsa mates,
when you put other motherfuckers on, though, he put 50 on.
Him and 50 are best friends.
50 had a all-time great album because of Eminem.
Also, Eminem never smiles. No. That man's only thinking about battle
Only
rap.
Angry all the time. He talked about killing his mom. What the fuck? How can you not put him any? Oh, Ja Rule 50? Was that a thing?
I had to check this out.
He has to be with 50. Okay. He lost, if that's the case. He really lost.
But M was also in the mix of things going on at the moment.
Yeah.
And he had a couple of shots from Future, Rick Ross. There's a couple of other artists that came out.
Yeah.
But now, since we spoke about M, and since we're finding out about so many beefs that apparently we didn't even know, that we can, like that can be its own conversation.
Yeah.
Let's go to the all-time now. Let's take a little bit of a step back. And this beef has really re-energized my hip-hop passion.
Okay.
Not to say, I'm a music head. You know me. I'm in the SoundClouds.
You're right.
And if someone wants to try me, I'm telling you, Marcos and I talk about it on the AI track. But when it comes to someone who be in some deep shit, holla at me. But that doesn't mean I don't appreciate some quality rap coming from the top dogs too. And I don't know. There's something about almost a nostalgic feeling of getting to be and live through a proper beef where the niggas really hate each other and they're swinging and it's getting as much trending and focus. There's never been anything like it.
Right.
So now I'm like, oh man, need that vitriol.
Right.
So let's kick it back to some of the biggest and iconic, most large rap beefs that we've had through history. And this is fortunately an article by The Root. So we have a great example. So we have plenty of examples to go off here. It starts with my beef against my Samsung phone.
Oh no! I thought that was the beginning of a track. Okay. I was like, oh shit! I can't wait for this. Okay. The Illpocalypse, you got people talking, man. Hey, look, you like who you want to like. It's plenty of big artists that I'm not super fond of. But, I mean, you got to give them the respect. That's the thing, the respect aspect of
art. I think...
you don't have to like them, but, like, they accomplished a lot.
No, I think it's tricky. Because I'll put it this way, right?
Yeah. M got the memo.
M.
The man got the memo.
M's the full pack. He's not very proud. He doesn't do anything.
No.
He's always chilling.
Never problematic.
He can drop a track and some people get on his most recent shit. He's one of my most favorite recent songs from him is one with Snoop Dogg. And it's a fan-fucking-tastic song. Not gonna play it.
Put him in the exact same categories I put Jay-Z right now. The skill set has not. They are experts at their fucking craft. Jay-Z, Eminem, Wayne, like they are experts at their craft. Only thing that changes is their lifestyle.
And I don't
what they know. You know what I mean?
And I feel like
M's trying, man. Like that's why he doesn't really do anything unless you come at him and you give him shit to talk about. All I have to do is talk about you. I got it. I can handle that.
And you can tear you
up. I'm rich
up.
as fuck. Yeah, if we're talking about me, I'm pretty sure his mom's dead now. Like, what the fuck am I have a daughter who's stable. What the fuck am I going to talk about right now? Nothing.
Why would you want to go after the dude? But if you
come after me,
like this,
he is the motherfucker's laying in wait. Like, please talk about me. Because I gotta express my craft. I gotta do something. So when you talk about him, he's gonna not only get a diss track with great production, TJ, he's going to call up people, make a music video. He's going to do an actual music video with production value. And look, oh no.
How dare you compare? I was like, bro, I can't even with you right now. I said, sir.
Oh, what?
I said, sir, we're not in the same.
Oh no. Apocalypse. I know we love you, man. It's fine.
Hey, no, the fact. Kudos to you.
Yeah.
Because
no, I love people.
This
Look,
is not
you
like
stand on your shit.
Like, no, you stand on your shit. It's not a hot take. You genuinely feel that.
I'm not angry. I don't understand it, but I love it. I love your conviction. I love a man with a person with conviction. You got conviction, brother, and I respect the fuck out of that. I love it.
Yeah, no. Yeah. This is a very respectful way of approaching it.
Respectful, yeah.
But hold up. I'm sending this to M.
Don't you do it.
Personal message. He hates your music. And I'm probably like, I don't give a fuck.
He doesn't care about if it's Benzino.
He cares about Benzino.
He cares.
So we are going to go to, and I'm using this article by The Root. Uh-huh. So they've got quite a few, but we're starting off, and the way they started off is with literally the most iconic of all time. Notorious B.I.G. and Tupac.
Yeah. And see, look, you want to let's have this is a quick example of how history with beef tracks or diss tracks goes. I do not even remember what B.I.G.'s diss was. It slips my mind. I know Hit 'Em Up. We all know Hit 'Em Up.
I mean, we have a TikTok about Hit 'Em Up.
Because Hit 'Em Up's the winner of that whole thing. And look, that's an example of it going out of control, a beef. Like, that one went a little out of control. By little, I mean 2 niggas are dead.
Yeah,
so like
a little out of control.
Yeah, that's about as worse as it can get. Yeah, it's about as bad as it can get. It escalated to East Coast, West Coast. That one blew up. So let's not do that. Kendrick, not Drake, because he's from Canada. Kendrick.
Squash it now.
Yeah, I know you know people. I don't think he would. I know he knows people.
Just enough money to know people.
I mean, look, you, TJ. Can we be honest real quick? This is the Blaxcellence, so I can say this.
Yeah, of course.
If I had to say who's a real ass nigga, TJ Jordan. That's why I fuck with him. But you know if a real ass nigga don't like you, and he has pull, he can do things. He can do things to you.
Yeah, no,
pretty easily he can probably do things to you. So kudos to Kendrick Lamar for not taking it to a Tupac Biggie level. You know.
I just wish some people. I wish some people.
Drake's annoing, man.
I really wish some people.
I
wish some people could see our off-camera conversation, because some people really be getting a little snippy. Like, they're really thinking. But not the point. Not the point. But no. I'm with you. Like, you can tell people. You can tell people when they're authentic. You can tell people when they really about it. Like, and like,
that whole real recognized real. That's a real.
That's a real thing, man. And it's like, it's not really about. For you, it's about Drake's.
Look, man, I went on a whole look. I'm telling you, if you want to see
me Degrassi really
angry,
fucked him up, man.
If you want to see me really angry, it is truly that podcast we did Saturday. Like, I do not like Drake. And the whole thing, like, and I don't want to get it confused because a lot of people are saying, you know, you can't say nigga no more, that whole line. And I rubbed it in. I was like, you know what? No, he can't. Jim Jordan was the whole like, you can't gatekeep it. I'm like,
it's a funny line.
Usually I
It's
don't.
a funny line.
For him, I will. Because to me, it's just my first introduction of Drake was that mixtape I described with him in a peacoat walking through a nice autumn park. Like, that was the first introduction I ever had.
Now,
and to go from that to that album cover with him with fucking cornrows in the grill on tracks with 21 Sav, and you think you know what I mean? That nigga's from London. So I don't know what we're doing here. To me, it's that.
London's a different hood. Time out. London's a different hood.
No, it is some bruvs. It is some.
London hood is still hood.
It's some gangsters in London for sure.
They like knives over there. I don't like. So they like knives over there.
Bowling pins, whatever they got, and they will do some gangster shit with it. But like to me, look, I don't know shit enough about 21 Sav.
Yeah.
You know that Canada shit was hilarious to me, but I don't know enough about him. I know this nigga Drake was on Degrassi. I know that album I heard years ago. And to me, that's what Passion Fruit is what Drake is. And one thing, personally, I cannot stand TJ's people being what they're not. That is a Achilles heel for me.
Time out.
A pet peeve, if you will.
Apocalypse. No, again, we respect your game. Like,
oh no, we're good. No, Apocalypse, dude. No, this is what we all about. We love the take.
We respect the game.
I don't agree with the take, but I love the take.
We just flabbergasted because I'm like, whoa. But you had Carfax. You genuinely. No. We ain't spin on your game.
No. Hey, 44. No, that means we listen to you because yes, you do. You know it.
And Drifter, that was the pre-show, and we had a long conversation about it not too long ago. So if you want to check the VOD, we definitely talked about VOD.
To me, a person like Drake is my Achilles heel, especially when he's trying to rep Houston and shit. Like that one got me a long time ago. Houston, Atlanta, Vegas. You remember that track? Like that shit. Like you got your contract in Houston. You met Jay Prince. You know, from Houston, you went to New Orleans and met Wayne. Like, yeah, it holds a significant place in your heart. I get it. Hell, I enjoyed San Diego. It holds a place in my heart. New Orleans holds a fucking place in my heart. I love those places. I'm not going to rep them as if I'm from there.
You got to spend time.
You have to really spend time.
Like, you got to get it. Like, can we have certain rappers who
You can move to a place and then fall in love and know it. You have to know it. That's my shit.
He's
you
never
don't know
lived in
shit
Houston.
about Houston. You from Canada, nigga. You don't know shit about Houston. You like it because it was cool. You know about DJ Screw and all that obscure hip hop shit. So you, for cred, for clout, you try to rep Houston. Bitch, don't rep my city. I'm sorry. I don't like that shit, man. I really don't like it.
Not a lot of people are trying to rep Dallas.
Fucking what?
I don't run into this problem a lot.
Big Tuck, though. Oh, no.
Nah, but
y'all got Eric about it.
It is an authenticity thing, right? And
that's the he's the most inauthentic person that is around.
And if he had like a hood crash course,
yeah.
What I mean by that is he came here, grinded it out a little bit in Houston.
Had a hood crash course, you know?
And you just gotta if you've been like, hey, Drake's staying in Houston for not into some fancy spot. He's staying on the streets of Houston.
He's stationed, yeah.
Stationed in Houston, like a military house.
Paramount Plaza and Studiowood and
just have
Jersey Village and shit. Places he would not be well like that and probably would not make
and don't get it twisted.
And that's the thing, like people talk about Travis Scott. Like, Travis Scott knows all about that. He really does. He truly does. And that's why, like, I can't, Travis, no concerts, man, because I don't trust a Travis Scott concert nor should anyone. But like, as far as him being authentic, that's Travis Scott. That is.
I believe I've seen Travis Scott twice in person.
That Travis Scott moves like a dude who was at UT for like a year, who came from Houston and went to UT for a year into different things, more creative things than maybe someone who you would think someone who looks like Travis Scott would be into. But his music matches him where he came from, the whole nine. Travis Scott does not. We talked about Paul Wall, and I'm like, no, Paul. It's fine with Paul Wall. Like Paul Wall being who Paul Wall is. Paul Wall was raised in the hood. He was raised by a black woman. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what you're going to get. That's just what's going to happen. That's why no one, is bothered by Paul Wall. Drake is from Canada. That is a far stretch. And if you would have been repping New York, that would have made more sense than you trying to rep Atlanta and Houston and shit.
Speaking of, like, who we were talking about, or just a bit ago,
from 8 Mile, Detroit. Specifically where he's from. In Detroit.
He still stays in Detroit. If I'm not mistaken. He
still lives there. So, that's his home.
He said, "No, I'm from
8 Mile, but he still lives in Detroit." You know, like that's why M is M, because M is everything you know about M is still the case,
and it's authentic. And it's authenticity because
that's all you need is Jay-Z to me is authentic. He's out of touch a little bit, and that's not his fault, but he's still authentic to me.
No, and when it comes to your music, it should never leave a place of that authenticity.
Yeah.
I mean.
That's what makes you a legend to me.
Like, because you could definitely get your money.
Yeah, and that's the goal. That is the goal, yeah.
You still got to have that authenticity. Once you've made that money, Drake doesn't need to make. He can make songs about whatever he wants to.
Man, like it's songs that come from M, that come from J, that hit you. They hit you. It's just real shit, and it gets you. I don't think I've ever heard anything, and I've heard all of Drake's shit, all his good. I listen to Drake albums because I'm the type of person who, if I'm going to talk shit, I'm going to be valid about it. I listen to Drake's last album, I listen to all of them, and it's always that same shit. It's so impersonal. It's so manufactured and fucking impersonal to where, like, I know who M was. The motherfucker talked about killing his mother. He talked about his ex. He talked about real shit. I know who Jay is. I know where he came from. All the shit he had to do. I know who Pac is. I know who Big is. I know who they are. I know who Kendrick is from the shit he's done. It's personal. I do not know who the fuck Drake is, and I don't know if Drake knows who the fuck Drake is.
That's actually a really good
issue. That's the issue.
It's a really good highlight.
It's no music that reaches you, that touches you, that does anything to you. It's so fake. It's so inauthentic. And it it's might as well have a neon sign of inauthentic written all over it. It's disposable trash music. It's catchy. It's going to do all the psychological shit a song like a pop song is supposed to do. It's going to get stuck in your head. The hook's going to get stuck in your head, and then it's going to go by the fucking wayside, because that's what they are. Meanwhile, I'm listening to Miss Morale, like, you know, that there's still shit in that album. I'm like, damn, that's some good shit. Like that, you know? That's real shit. Drake cannot make real shit, and that is his issue, and that will always be his issue. Will he make hits? Yep. People will dance to your shit in the clubs all goddamn day. But who are you? I don't know what the fuck you stand for. I don't know anything.
When it talks about
I am just as confused now as I was you being a fucking actor in Degrassi.
When it talks about the iconicism, because I do want to keep it going on our battles. To your point, right? That authenticity is such a strong note, because speaking of the next one, Nas versus Jay-Z.
That's a real one. Who the fuck do you go for there?
Nas, for me personally,
Illmatic
is
one of I'm Ether. Like, see, Ether to me did it. Illmatic's amazing.
It's an amazing
album. To me, that's one of the most complex. Like, no, these are two masters going at it. To me, that's the most impressive. To me, it's that one. There's Biggie, Tupac. And Kendrick, Drake doesn't even go on the list, because Kendrick is so miles ahead of Drake.
Ether.
Yeah.
Jay-Z. What's up, niggas? And yo, I know you ain't talking about me, dog. You?
That's just a straight up fuck Jay-Z. Yeah. That's how it starts. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
But Nas versus Jay-Z. Another one for all time. Both of like and to the point, when this started, Nas, you know, Jay-Z was fucking, he was Hove.
Yeah, he
was the guy.
But Nas was street level. Nas was the realest. To me, Nas won that. Yeah, Nas won that shit.
And man, I just got some, like, so I'm a big Nas fan.
Underrated, man. And Tom has not been kind to Nas, which is, to me, is that.
It's so frustrating,
man. That is such blasphemy.
Because he's so talented, and he just
he's one of the best to do it.
He's
one of the best to fucking do it, man.
For lack of a better term, he gets lost in the ether. Like, he gets lost in the conversation. And I don't know, man.
He didn't have enough hits. That's the thing.
No, he did. And his music is not.
And the ones he had were like, damn, if only you, like, this seemed very easy for you. Like, I know I can, I know I can.
But I think he was someone who was like, I'm only about authenticity.
And he was. That, to me, I saw someone do a meme of, like, it was a real good deep cut hip hop meme when Nas of, like, when Keeping It Real goes wrong. Because it really was that was it. He would not sell out. That was
He would never.
He would not. He didn't know how. That was just not his thing.
And you got to ride that line super fine. Get your money.
Got to get your paper, man.
And then
you see Jay-Z with all the paper, and then Nas performing at Cedar Park Center, and it's like, was that, did you take the right approach in the end?
And I believe this has also been depicted in cinema as well.
What?
This next one.
Okay.
Ice Cube versus NWA.
I forgot about this one.
Ice Cube.
I mean,
does not.
What did he come? What were the tracks?
No Vaseline.
Oh shit! I didn't know that was okay. So he won that, right?
Since he stepped
I forgot about No Vaseline. Yeah.
Used to be hard, now you just went and saw Bert. You was down with the AK. And now I see you on the video with Mission Lake looking like
straight up. The party beats on a diss track do work.
Do work.
They do
you
work.
You just got to be authentic with it. That was the 90s. You got to come out swinging.
That was personal. That was still They scooped this man out of money. That was personal.
And shit, you want to know how you'll get a TJ diss track? Screw me out of money.
Oh, yeah. That's what did it. That's what did it.
Shit, I'll make a diss track about anybody.
I wish Cube come on back to us, man. You're straying. That beard's getting real long.
No, Cube's chilling. Cube made his money and is chilling.
He made his money. Man wrote a class. He wrote Friday. He wrote a classic. As a film guy, I respect.
I want you to guess. Similar time period. Mm-hmm. Classic beef. This one's a little... No. Go ahead. I want to say...
Gotta give me some hints here.
I can't because it'll give it away. But we were just talking about NWA.
Right. Easy.
And
I don't know.
Dr. Dre.
Oh yeah, I forgot about this.
And Easy kicked it off with "Fuck with Dre Day."
Yeah.
And
Real Motherfucking G's.
Real Motherfucking G's.
Okay, I forgot about this.
Yeah. So
there's a lot. NWA didn't. I mean, when that shit broke up, it was not.
They didn't like each other.
It was not pretty at all.
Okay, now we have one that the chat has mentioned.
Okay.
50 Cent versus Ja Rule.
Apparently,
they've beefed for 24 years, and I did not know about this. 24 years?
It's one of those weird, vague, I vaguely remember this, but I don't remember any of the diss tracks involved. Oh, no, you found some. Clearly 51.
The beef has gotten so petty, 50 Cent once bought 200 front seat tickets to Ja Rule just so the venue would look empty.
That's a thing that they do, by the way.
That's rough.
That is a thing people
That
do.
is a roughie.
I remember Chris Brown did that to Quavo. Or Quavo did it to Chris Brown. One of the two. But they will do that shit. When it's just like, look, we're going to have an intimate performance tonight, I guess, because... You bought that shit. I'm still getting paid.
Yeah. I wouldn't be that mad. I'd be like, let's work.
I wouldn't be that mad either. Yeah, that's fine.
I'd be taking pictures of fans
Kudos
and shit.
to you. I still got my money, and these people get a hell of a show because they're the only ones
Kick you back to old school.
Nobody likes me. They want to blow me because the shit I flow with be saying.
50 Cent doesn't seem like someone, how to put it?
For diss tracks?
No. I wouldn't want to diss him.
Don't either.
Because he's been shot 9 times. He's super petty. Shot 9 times and he's fine. Yeah. Anyone who's shot multiple times and is fine.
You go through mentally a thing to where none of this shit bothers him. This is entertainment for me, if anything else. And 50 loves. He's kind of like Eminem. He thrives. It might not be good. But
this picture will upset.
If he doesn't get you in the diss track, which he might not, he's going to get you on Twitter with something.
Yeah, 50 Cent has a little too much power.
He will take it outside of the ring.
Yeah.
He's going to win.
He's not afraid.
He'll hire people.
He's not afraid to actually, just tweet about you.
Yeah.
Talk to you directly.
Before you get to that point. Yeah. Hope you can read.
Man, I don't know why they picked this picture just to make you mad.
Oh, my God. Oh, I forgot about that one.
Drake versus Meek Mill.
Yeah, that one got squashed, right?
Yeah, and I believe Drake won.
Respect for Meek Mill.
Because...
So is that just what people are doing for the past 5-6 years? Just Drake. Drake is the automatic rap beef. Has a nigga ever had more rap beefs than Drake?
Oh, man.
I remember it.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That was actually...
You can't like.
It was good.
Back to back's good.
It was good. Back to back was good.
Yeah, I learned the game from William Wesley. You can never check me. Back to back for
it is the only beat you want. True.
Back to back like
very
I'm on
true.
the cover of Lethal Weapon.
But look, here's the thing.
That's what made him. But there's a very different.
You get one. No. Here's my theory, TJ. An artist, typically, you don't see many other beefs. Like NWA, in the variations of NWA had beef amongst Dre and, Cube and shit. You don't usually see multiple motherfuckers coming after one dude.
Well,
usually you win a beef, you let it go. That should have been Drake's only beef. You won it against Meek. You got it, which is impressive. That's a good, impressive win. It's solid.
It's solid.
It's a solid
And then
win.
the problem was...
Go away.
The problem was...
That's it.
Because the next one...
Don't fuck with other people.
The next one
got you. The next one.
Got him.
The next one made you become a father, bro.
And it's here.
It's, to me...
Drake
to me, Story of
Adonis.
Story of Adonis is one of that's all time. That is all fucking time. It's already a nigga. Already a nigga who has an all-timer on you. Also, you know the cover of it.
Easy
You
money.
know the cover of it. And another nigga came after you. A goat came after you this time.
It's about to be a surgical summer.
Is Pusha T a better lyricist than Drake? Absolutely.
And you know we gotta cut the heads off these snakes,
He
right?
wasn't as popular in any way. People didn't even know who the fuck Pusha T was. But people did.
Stay off the gram.
And you gave that man a lane. You gave him a lane.
This is the problem.
A big one.
Pusha T, by all accounts, should have been squashed.
It's Pusha T. Look, and I'm not saying this in a way of like disrespecting Pusha T. I'm talking about in Drake's world. This should have been your Buster Douglas. This should have been your Easy. This is Benzino.
Yeah, this is Benzino. This should have been
Easy. No one should have. This shouldn't have even been on the radar. It shouldn't have even been on the radar. But this nigga's a talented fucking artist.
He's fucking Sherlock Holmes. He said, "I have some insight.
I have information.
Put on glasses.
The world should hear. Let's go." I found out some things about your friend Drake. Yes, I sure did. He has a legitimate son. Let me tell you about it. And then he proceeded to just dismantle this man.
And you just don't do that.
And made him become a father. No one knew this kid existed. Now we can't not see this little kid. He is everywhere. I was about to call him something else. Not the kid's fault. Drake's your father. This kid is everywhere. He's with him all over the place now. Spitting image of him. All over the goddamn place. That was not the case before a rap song made that the goddamn case. That man had to spin that shit. He had to get his PR team involved because of a diss track, TJ.
It's just wild.
That track is like number 3 in my all-time just because of the after effect. Just of what it caused.
Eminem made a man switch genres.
Yep.
Pusha T made a man become a father.
Sign his name.
Sign his name on the dotted line.
Oh.
Show him in public.
Oh.
That's rough.
Took him to basketball games now, TJ.
So
Take him to basketball games.
So I'm actually not in tune with this one because I'm not I'm not one of these artists' biggest fans. Right. So Gucci Mane versus Young Jeezy.
Oh, that was a big one. That was a biggie, though.
I do not like Gucci Mane very much.
Okay.
Does nothing for me.
Right.
I could live my life without hearing Gucci. Like, I'm good.
Okay, that's respect.
No, but
the man, he kind of invented trap.
But he's a big influence. That's my problem. But he's a big influence.
That alone puts Gucci Mane in a place that he might not lyrically, technically deserve to be. But when you invent a genre of music that's still around, still very relevant now, then that puts you there. So I get it.
Whatever.
Who technically won this? I say Jeezy won this, right? I do remember this beef though.
The beef got even more heated.
Gucci went to jail at one point. Yeah.
Beef got even more heated when 4 men broke into Gucci's home, and in self-defense, he killed one of the assailants. That person was Pookie Lock and an associate of Jeezy. So
that shit was one of the real ones.
It was one of the real
Yeah, it was one of the... I knew it was one of the real ones. That's why I completely forgot about it because I'm like, oh no, someone died in this.
This is not a fun one.
Yeah, someone got... Yeah, it was violence in that one. And that's probably why we don't talk about that one too much. But no, that was years. That was like 4 years straight of that beef. That was the beef. Because if you think about it, we've always had one at some point. You know? we might not remember it. It might be something that's, not as big as what we are now because the focus is so, narrowed. But beefs have always, damn near every era has had a beef, right?
And Ice Cube decided to run it back with another.
What year was this?
First Common.
God damn it. A lot of people came after Common, man.
Well, because...
what was the deal with that?
So this one was, and thank you, Root. Apparently, Common rapped about how hip-hop is obsessed with gangster rap over conscious lyrics in his track, I Used to Love Her. Mm-hmm. Ice Cube took offense and responded to the Chicago rapper with West Side Slaughterhouse.
Kind of making this point, right?
And then, what was it? Apparently, Common came back and retaliated with Bitch in the Yo.
That's
and I think he won.
I heard he won that.
There was only one, and that's me.
Common is a lyricist. He's a lyricist.
You understand? The sucker think he...
I will always say, do not go after lyricists.
Don't
What's the point?
Intelligent lyricists you don't want to go after.
Southside. Now what the fuck I look like dissing the whole coast? You ain't made shit dope since America's most Midwest to the east.
He wasn't lying. You don't want to do Common was one of those that was sitting and ready. If ever anyone does this,
because he's a nice, how to put it, he's a nice presence. People are
nice. The man knows his skill, which is why he tries to do his shit in a different way because he reminds me of Mos Def, which is that was not a wise motherfucker to go after either. He had a beef. I know it's probably not on your list, but he had a beef too, and he ended that shit immediately because these lyricists, they might seem nice. They might, the positive shit, but no, they know what they're doing. They know hip-hop, and they know how to get to your ass if you come after them. Especially if you rusty as fuck, Ice Cube. You just make what? Didn't he make, was this before or after Are We There Yet? You know what I mean? You're done. You're done at that point.
Hey, yo.
Because one thing that pissed me off since we're talking about the Drake, Kendrick shit was Cameron and Mace. Because they were two people oh no, Drake got that because this shit is danceable. And I'm out of all two people, you motherfuckers aren't legends. Neither one of you are legends. Mace had one good album back in the heyday of P. Diddy. That's questionable. And then Cameron had one hit maybe. And it slips my mind what that is. So it's look, man, just because you are a hip-hop head and you may have had a hit at one point, don't come after some of these cats, man, because they're not
Common was chilling, and everyone has respect for. Oh no, people coming after him, but a lot of people have respect.
Coming out, people who knew respected him, and it was no, it's not a wise thing to do. Yeah, Cameron's a clown, as is Mace. They're both old ass clowns that are dressed now dressed like fucking Baptist preachers. You know what I mean?
I got another. So the next one for you.
Yeah.
How do I make you guess this? Oh, his name contains one of the letters from my nickname.
I didn't know you had a nickname.
It's just TJ. That's a nickname, technically.
LL Cool J?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And Cannabis.
Yeah, I forgot about Cannabis.
And
clearly, I know why now. Beefs can end careers, man.
Beefs can totally end careers.
Beefs can end careers.
And
people underestimate LL Cool J a lot.
He's just... How would you describe LL?
That's a tough one, because, people bring him up, and initially you're oh, your mama said knock you out, all the, to Deep Blue Sea type shit. The things you think of LL Cool J, it has to be after a point. If you were born after, 1988, then you think of LL Cool J in a completely different way than people born before that, because they saw him when it was just pure lyricism. And it was one of the pioneers of hip hop. Oh no, hip hop is the way it is because of LL Cool J. He facilitated that. So you can go after him. I know maybe you don't know what he's capable of, but I wouldn't recommend it. And
then he got his money from being on NCIS and just disappeared. Or disappeared.
No, it was way before that. It was way before that. I say it was way back in remember he had a show on UPN? In the house. People don't remember that deep cut.
What you talking about? I got you, baby.
Yeah, they look like all this shit.
Got commercial success and said, I have
in the same field as a Snoop Dogg, to where it's an Ice Cube, to where your hip hop's long in the rearview mirror. I'm doing other shit. I'm tackling media. I want a media empire. But they still have their skill. And so when you come at them, like Cannabis found out, yeah.
You want to see two people who don't look like friends?
Cannabis and LL?
No, I got this next one.
Oh, we got another one.
50 Cent in the Game. That was the one I remember.
I remember that one too.
I do remember that one.
That was on the weaker side of beefs.
No,
yeah.
but they literally...
They did not like each other.
And they went back and back. Like, there were so many... Like,
really
any
did.
chip-in shot that they could.
And it was an interesting story in that, like the way Eminem was to 50, 50 was to the Game. Like, that was the one, like, I'm putting my name on you. You're gonna, be a huge star, thus make me a star, even more of a star, and there you go. And it didn't go that way. It didn't go that way. Two motherfuckers with alpha personalities, it's not gonna work.
Who do we have next? This one's one I'm not even gonna make you try and guess.
Okay.
MC8 and DJ Quick.
Didn't know about this. This is one of the early ones.
Did very, very
groundwork, yeah.
Traded shots until 1996.
Oh,
this next one,
people really stopped caring.
I think 50 just likes beef. 50 Cent and Jadakiss.
I forgot about this one.
I did not know about this one.
Why are you picking on Jadakiss? Come on,
Wake him up.
All right.
Wake him up. Where is he?
All right. If you gotta wake niggas up, man. I mean, Jadakiss is who you going after?
And we've got three more.
Okay.
Three more. And these ones are, or at least one of them, not one I'm super familiar with. But let's go ahead and go to, because I actually haven't heard of either of these artists.
Right.
Chris 1, KRS-One, and Marley Marl.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
I've not.
I have heard of that one. Yeah, I mean, KRS-One won by a mile. So it's one of those to where, like, I've never heard anything from Marley Marl. Like, from what, that one's a one of legend of, like, yeah, and Marley Marl was never heard from again type of shit.
Oh, he's blasting off again.
And KRS-One is KRS-One. Like, if you know hip-hop, you know KRS-One.
We've got Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma.
That's the one I wanted to talk about.
Yes.
The women.
Women. Because,
that should be a
so if you think about lady rappers, right?
Which
you would have
talked about Saturday.
You'd have to be an idiot and look at me in the eyes, idiot. No one would ever go after Missy. So
that was my thing. To me, Missy's one of the best.
So Missy's all top. Yeah, Missy's top. Missy's top of the line.
Right.
The number one in lady rappers, 100%. On list of rappers, it's top 10. She's amazing.
My opinion is what Jordan didn't agree. He said she is the most creative, but not lyrically the best.
What the fuck does he mean?
No, you have to ask him. But
the fuck does he mean?
In my opinion, Missy is she's the queen. She is the guy.
When it comes to rap,
I know, I get it. And we were talking about as of late, like, we have our Nickies, we have our, Cardis, we have
and none of them can hold a candlestick.
Our Megans, and none of them can hold a candlestick. But I also know, as of current, what's LaKay 47? I don't know how to pronounce it. LaKay 47. Like, to me, she right now, currently, as far as female rappers, she's it. Like, it's not even close to me.
She's the measuring stick.
Yeah.
And she's the, like,
as far as lyricism and production and just, the overall. Yeah, she's not twerking in front of a fucking, camera. No, she's not. That's not her gimmick. That's not her thing. But true pure talent, lyrically, hip-hop, all that shit, that's what she
And she would get nasty in her songs.
She's ruthless.
But she...
Like, that is one I would not pick a beef with, and many have not, because
she just does her lane.
Stupid. Yeah, that would be dumb as fuck.
But... Nicki Minaj and Remy Ma, what were your thoughts on this one?
Right, I choose Remy. Look, man, as far as Nicki goes, I don't know what Nicki writes. And she's in kind of a similar boat as Drake. This whole early Young Money, Cash Money group of, like, Lil Wayne was you guys' conduit. He was what you thrive to be. You be Wayne. What Wayne does works.
You know what?
Wayne's lyrics work. His delivery works. Everything about Lil Wayne works. That's the school they came from. Mm-hmm. And Nicki Minaj is the same way to where, like, I don't know what you write and what you don't write, Nicki. Like, you have a good delivery. I love your delivery, but, like, it's that disconnect of, like, this doesn't feel personal to me. It feels manufactured.
And she used to, I think, I'm like, old Nicki, you'd be like, that's Nicki.
Oh, like Roman's Revenge. Like, yeah, no, that was her. That was her, like, she learned what she learned from Wayne, but that was her. And now it's like, oh no, I need this to be like this, and this, and you give it to her and she does her track and that's it. And she goes home. And that's why I feel like Drake is. Like, no, I need to feel personal. I need to feel like, no, this comes from your core. This goes through all the fake shit that you are now. And this is real. This is real hatred. This is real frustration. This is real. And I've not got that from Nicki Minaj. Hell, I don't get that from Cardi. I don't get that from Megan. I don't get that from any of them. I don't get that from Ice Spice. I don't get that from any of them. And it makes me sad because it's like, I need real from one of you. One of you, please. I don't need you to shake I don't want to see you shake your ass. Great, super.
Or if you're going to be sexy in your music, which is totally fine.
You can do. Lil' Kim did that perfectly.
Missy Elliott still
Foxy
did.
Brown did that perfectly.
Missy Elliott straight up did.
Missy Elliott did that perfectly.
You
like
just
it's
gotta
a way
be a
to do
lyricist.
That needs to be the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. You're sexy. All you women are attractive as fuck. That's easy. That's the easy part. Fuck all that. I need to see your lyricism. This is hip hop, and this is the rules of hip hop. If you want longevity, you want a legacy, you want people 30 years from now being like, oh, damn, she was a GOAT. That's what you have to do. If you want people to forget about you in the next 5 to 6 years, keep doing what the fuck you're doing. And that goes for Nicki, too. Nicki's been on very thin ice. Like, you are right at the tip of legend status. Mm-hmm. It's you and Lil' Kim. As far as overall, Cardi's trying to get there, but she ain't ahead of you. Like, you need to start playing this shit a little bit better, and she has not. She's made a lot of bad decisions.
This goes back to, there's so many artists who, y'all have made your money. Nicki, you don't got to drop a song.
She's done it.
So just get real with it.
She's got greatest hits albums.
But authenticity, again.
It's the authenticity, man. It's the authenticity. Like, when you had your fire, you going after Miley Cyrus, shit like that seemed like you. That seemed like you are a loose fucking cannon, but that's you. And people love you, they love you. Your barbs love you, they love you because of that. And it just seems like it's just kind of an afterthought for her. Now, she got a lot going on, marriage-wise and shit. Not great choices there. But, like, shit like that is what, for her, hip-hop seems like a distant second or third in her life. To where, like, no, now's the time you need to cement your shit. One more solid album, you cemented it, and you're good. And then you can go off and do the Eminem shit to where, like, only time Nicki comes out of retirement if someone comes at her. And you will be fine. She's right there. And she just can't quite get it. And it's just...
Well, actually, in Apocalypse, and I'll have a broader... Well, we should definitely have a broader music conversation in general.
Yeah.
That's Blaxcellence-wise.
Apocalypse, yeah.
But to your point, the lower bar of entry, just to quickly, my thoughts.
Yeah.
It's there's more entry points to get into music. What sells is... the fucking same.
The two, yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
If you're not there's so much like, again, I'm a SoundCloud person. I'm still on SoundCloud.
Especially now, because you don't even have to be. You could be on Spotify or Apple Music.
There's so much talent.
There. It is a litany of fuck, I just said Lakai 47. For the love of God, if you haven't heard any of her shit, she has hits. Like, it's gonna be songs you're like, oh fuck, I know that song. Like, she has a great catalog, man. Like, she is amazing. It's like, why isn't her shit on the radio more? Why isn't she getting that, industry plant push? Like, shit, because it's pure talent. That's easy to sell to me. To me, talent sells the easiest. Yes, sex sells and image sells, but pure talent always will sell. And it's just like, not anymore. Not a thing anymore. It's just, no, we'll look at everything else but.
It's so painful because, especially in a world where, so again, I'm a big lyricist, and a lot of the most popular songs, I talk about anything, not doing anything. I can't get an American Terrorist nowadays on a track.
Yeah.
From I can't, and the iconic artists can like, or I find my joy in other genres too, or other artists who are just doing other things. That's why like I said, I like, how to put it? I like Pharrell because he doesn't really do hip hop like that.
It's undeniable.
He just fucking
all NERD in general is just
everything, right?
Childish Gambino,
Gambino. Like these people who are doing whatever they want to, and they're artists.
They built their fucking house. That was my thing. That's what I respect about them the most. Hell, I respect Post Malone for that reason.
Oh, Post Malone
built his fucking house.
Took care of his shit.
He built stories to where he could do country music to rap. This nigga can do country music to rap, and it could be a hit. because he, at the very beginning, laid that groundwork. People think like, oh no, White Iverson, he was all in the rap. Like, no, listen to that album. I don't know what he's doing.
That scared me. That, bro, I was like...
But like, no, that one, like Stoney, he does a lot of shit there. Shit he's still doing right now. Whether you like his music or not, he set himself up in a way to where he can do what he loves. That's a man who loves music. And he does his music. He doesn't give a fuck what anybody thinks about it. He built his house. Taylor Swift built her house. Beyonce built her. Beyonce has a mansion. Because Beyonce could do no wrong. Beyonce set herself up to this. She worked for this to be able to do no wrong. She do whatever the fuck she wants.
But I think to our conversation, right? To kind of that articulation, it's like...
And Drake had that and he burnt it to the fucking ground because he wanted to be something he's not.
Well, I think that's when you to be an artist, right? And I think that's where hip hop gets a lot of caught, where rappers are like, I'm cool with just being a rapper and sticking in my own lane and just being a rapper. And it's cool, but then you end up running and rapping around the same shit for so long.
You're gonna run into a wall.
That you're not even... Because when I think about truly the best artist of all time,
I know.
Mr. Man himself,
I know.
The king of all music, right? If you stay in one lane, you'll know. And I'm not saying like because that's just the definition of mastering your lane to the fullest extent. Because
you've worn out your lane.
Like what is, how do I describe it? What do you even like? Because what do you count MJ as? Like he's pop, right? But
he's king of pop.
But he's literally
title, and when you get king of anything, it's
no. That's mastery.
You've mastered that.
Like you've mastered that. That's mastery of a vertical.
Yeah, he was a little R&B, a little pop,
everything, right?
A little bit of everything.
But he's mastered his vertical. Yeah. Not a lot of artists can do that. No. So I'm saying if you can't be, because you're not going to be named the king of rap. Rap's too controversial. Like M.
There's never been one.
M is one of those examples where he is an artist, but he is an artist in his mastered vertical.
Yeah.
You guys are talking about Justin Timberlake, right?
What?
It's pop.
Oh, get out of here.
Justin Timberlake?
No.
But
no Timberlake.
I can't wait to get you.
He had to. You know he couldn't be silent for long.
I had a thought. It just went out the window.
He still go.
But you master your vertical, right? Shit just... I'm mad at that. Just like my brain. Just...
it's great.
Oh, man.
Did you say shenanigans?
But...
Oh, Apocalypse. See, here's my controversial take if we want to do it.
No.
I know. His vocal talent, although very unique, it's not non-duplicate. The Weeknd sounds a lot like Michael Jackson.
I don't agree with you at all.
Really?
No.
Have you heard his version of Dirty Diana? It is parts where you.
No, I mean, I'm not saying to reach half the power.
Oh, Weeknd is not MJ, but he
no. I'm saying sounds.
Yeah.
When it comes to strict vocals, you stop that. I'm gonna stop that. I'm gonna stop you right there. When it comes to strict vocals, MJ is the man. The reason he like people sound like him is because people have had so many.
No, and not a lot of people do though.
No. I mean, the reason that anyone like if you're saying someone sounds like him, it's because literally he has such an iconic voice.
Yeah, if I'm gonna mimic someone,
you're gonna mimic the master.
Oh, Weeknd for sure mimicked it purposely.
But to that point, when it comes to mastering your vertical, that's kind of two things to me. It's like you can have range, be an artist, or master your vertical. MJ's a weird asterisk.
Oh, he mastered,
but Eminem going earlier mastered his vertical. I think he's like when it comes to rap,
that's his lane.
Like, that's his lane, and he's mastered.
He hasn't tried to leave it. He hasn't tried to do. He's like, no, I'll just continue to.
But you can be an icon like that because he also he did collabs with a wide variety of artists. He did like the way that he was doing music is like I'm still doing rap, but I'm gonna mix it up in the way I'm approaching it.
Plus, he got vouched for by Dr. Dre, which is that was not a small thing back then.
So when it comes to kind of juggling a few of these things, right? When you think of like what makes it nowadays, I think there's just so many people who are like, dude, you're not gonna master your element here.
I don't think
so you're not willing to like
these days, man. The closest we got is Kendrick as far as a lyrical master, at least someone who's like, oh no, you're very good at this. You know, like this is your thing. This is what you're good at, and like you may not be, like are you at what Jay-Z or Pac was? I don't know.
Actually, that's how I'm going to describe MJ now. He was an Omega level.
Omega level, kind of.
He was one of those ones you can't stop.
No.
But you want to know who I actually? You want to know who I and we talked about it a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
I give a lot of props to Chris Brown. I know you don't like him.
I mean,
but
beats women.
I'm not saying as a person.
I know. No, just make sure you specify.
I'm not saying as a person.
These are some devious motherfuckers out here.
They will chop and
It's becoming
what
more
I
and
say.
more of a common thing to where we got to emphasize like art over artists. Like artist sucks, art is undeniably good.
But when I say when you talk about Chris Brown,
right?
Man is a multi-threat.
That's why he's still around.
It's why he gets
People
still dropping
wonder why
bangers.
he's still around. I'm like, because he really is that fucking talented. Like his talent will keep him around
forever. He still dances.
He still sells out shows. Like his dancing is great. Like.
And then he decided to rap and make a diss track, and he was good.
Rapping.
And it's so frustrating because he's
plus he still has the R&B, which you like. Look, I have an R&B mix, which just like I tell Apple, just give me a random new R&B mix. He's on like every other track. So look, people think that genre's dead. It's not. It's still around, but and he's a part of a lot of it.
Usher's a very unique one.
Look, if you want to say king of R&B for like the past 5 to 6 to maybe 10 years, it really is Chris Brown. It's undeniably so.
But to the top of R&B, like
the reason the genre hasn't gotten much because he's the king of it as of recent years.
Best R&B artist.
He ain't the best. We got 70s. We got
no. I meant over the last few years.
Okay, yeah. He is. Sadly, he is.
He's hard to beat.
He's hard to beat. Yes, we have our lucky days, you know, and it's a lot of other. We have Bryson Tiller's, like it's motherfuckers that have been around, who have kind of scratched the surface, who have found a fan base. But as far as like these genre as a whole, if you look it up, even in like Spotify or Apple Music, what were the top artists of R&B of the past few years? He will be the top.
And it's very tricky to your point, Apocalypse. I think modern R&B is isn't it interesting?
Diluted.
Right. R. Kelly did have that shit on lock until, you know.
Yeah, R&B has not had the best track record of the kings of it. Yeah, Mary J. Queen, she ain't going nowhere. That was so easy. Good. The King, though, the Kings have not been great.
Not been great people at all.
People at all.
Best R&B
That's a good
artist
question,
of all time. And let's go with like the most recent. MJ's put in this category for some reason. It's because he's everything.
Yeah.
Let me say best R&B artist of
all time.
2010s.
2010s. That's fair. I miss R&B groups too. Apocalypse.
Shit.
The Weeknd.
No, The Weeknd. The Weeknd's up there. Bruno, I don't count as R&B.
I can't.
He's
soul.
funk.
He's funk and soul.
He's super. No.
One of the best
it's
out
just,
there.
I don't really count him as that. Oh, Neo.
We know
you fell off,
R&B
baby.
Is. Yeah. If Neo's even in the category, then that genre has suffered immensely. Yeah, you're right. Weeknd probably is number one. But yeah, no, Usher and Chris Brown are still around in there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm like.
Usher, his halftime show really won me over.
It helped him out a lot. That and his Vegas residency.
Because to me, again, he's an actual, like, so, you know, I want to talk about artist?
Yeah.
He's a performer.
He's a showman.
And it reminded me of like, oh man, that's what you pay to see. Like it's actually a bone to pick I have with rap artists. Some of y'all just fucking come on stage and act like that's good enough.
One of the worst shows I've ever seen was 21 Savage. I mean, if you wanted to see an awkward person pacing back and forth, lip syncing, no production value, just I need to hurry up and get this done so I can go backstage. That was that.
You know who's super amazing that I don't think a lot like Chance. Chance was really phenomenal.
Huh.
Makes you feel like for a second you're like, am I in chart? Because people are chanting. He's got lights going off. He's got like and he like whenever he played. So I watched him when he came to Austin, like as part of a music festival that I'm blanking on the name on.
Yeah.
But basically when he did that, he brought out like gospel singers.
Damn.
Brought out a whole like band. Brought out the whole nine.
I love that.
And that whole thing, everybody was chanting. It's ridiculous.
I love that shit. See, that's why I give credit to like Childish Gambino. I saw one of his shows, and it was the choir, a fucking lift that took him over the audience, lights, the whole theatrics. Brought the dancers from the video to the it was a whole.
You just gotta have it be a performer. I miss more performers, man.
Be a showman. That's
because
what people are paying for. We ain't paying for the song. I can listen to that shit at home. I need a show. I want a show.
Like, why don't you think I like Gucci Mane? The reason I don't like Gucci Mane is because I went to his performance.
Rappers are tough.
And it like he didn't want to be there.
A lot of them are that way. That's what I said. 21 was the same way of like, that's a bad thing with rappers. It's like, nah, man, this is a part of it. Like, you have to put on a show. I know you don't want to do that dance monkey dance shit, but I paid a lot of money for this. So yes, exactly that, motherfucker. Like, you're rich, I'm not, and I spent money for this. So you dance. Do what the fuck I want. You know what I mean? Entertain the fuck out of me. That's what I paid for.
You said I've not seen Tyler's opening set at Coachella, but Tyler is a good performer.
Well, he will be at ACL this year, so
Tyler actually,
yeah, he puts on a show.
Tyler puts on a performance. I've seen him too.
Fucking show, yeah.
And Tyler's fantastic. See, this goes into interesting. Like, the ones who lead the genre in recent years, it's very tricky because there's been so many other mixes that have come in, and I think that R&B's gotten this horrible side effect that it just blends into other genres very well.
It's the most blendable genre.
But like true R&B artists, like, and you know me, all of me, my R&B is very, very tricky.
Yeah.
Because I think it's not going through an identity crisis. It's more so R&B used to be where it's like, oh, let me get them "Love You Down" songs, and then now that's in rap a lot, and that's in pop. It's
fused into everything, and it's like a lot of things with Drake are confusing because he fuses it into his shit. It ain't R&B. It's not rap. It's like this weird hybrid thing that's in between. Because he ain't singing, he's harmonizing. So it's like, it's bizarre. It really is. People can't categorize R&B so clearly anymore. And that's the issue of it. Because we know pure R&B if we hear it. Like, we know it because we grew up with it. But like, the masses might not necessarily get like, is this R&B or is this not? Which is why The Weeknd is like the top R&B artist.
Weeknd is that
the past decade, yeah. He did do R&B, like he invented kind of dark R&B. I hadn't heard anything like when I heard House of Balloons, which was the one thing me and Jordan did get along with, because that to me that's one of my all-time favorite albums ever in general. I still listen to that fucking album. It's that fucking good because it is a subgenre of R&B that I had not heard before. You just talked about cocaine and fucking? I've never heard this before. It's dark, it's moody, it's sexy. Okay. And I give credit to The Weeknd because he got me laid a lot back then. A lot. Because these women had not heard of The Weeknd, and I put them on it, and they loved it, and they were like, yeah, we should do stuff to this, and there you go. So I will always have a place in my heart for The Weeknd. The idol aside, I will always have a place in my heart for that little Canadian guy. When I talk about Canadians, Weeknd, you're still okay. You're still all right. You need to stop hanging out with Drake.
Sorry,
leave that OVO shit alone.
Sorry,
because that's burning to the ground. But yeah,
my nose is fucking killing me over here. I was sitting here like,
oh man, it's bad out here. Oh. Yeah, it's Texas allergies are bad.
Weather's bad.
Weather's fucking terrible. Yeah,
tried to escape to California. For fucking weekend or something. Ugh. Alrighty. Good, Tommy. Thank you for entertaining the conversation today. It's been a great one.
And shout out to Max.
Thank you for Kendrick and Drake for
that was
charging up the senses.
Hey, it was fun while it lasted. I think it needs to end. Oh, bless you.
Thank you.
I think it needs to end now. Personally, damage has been done. Drake will withstand this as he withstand Pusha T. Because when a man makes you become a father and you still are around, you're immune to some shit. You're immune to realness, and he's immune to realness because it's enough people who like his shit to where he will still make money. So, but as far as a rapper, can we please look? He has to have an L. Like, it has to be consequences to losing this. Can we just stop calling him a rapper now? I feel like that's the L that needs to happen. Kendrick didn't do all this for nothing. He didn't do all this for nothing, TJ. I think it's fair at this point, after losing 2 major rap battles, 2 major beefs, that we say this man's not a rapper anymore. Do we need a third?
Yeah.
You got to lose something here, man. You can't just keep going about your life and you've been embarrassed like this. Like, you can't. You've been exposed. That's the kind of shit. This is why life is weird. It is why, I know it's not fair. I know it's not just. We need just somewhere.
Sorry for those who are on.
Man.
For those who are on, audio only. I'm literally just doing a face at Tommy. That's unfortunately
It's the way the world works.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
God damn it.
It's the flavor of the week.
God damn it.
But you want to know what? At the end of the day, they brought us some good entertainment. And
it was fun.
Thanks to Drake. No matter how mad you might not like him,
yeah,
he did bring us some good shit. Not musically. I just meant entertainment.
Okay.
And Metro, this is the most I've ever gotten of his personality. Shit's hilarious.
It's great.
They've been using anime memes for him. Even I understand it. Let me phrase that.
Legit.
To make sure I understand everything.
Yeah.
And then some of the anime, like literally the amount of work that's getting into the PPL jersey is just so funny. But thank you guys all for today's conversation. Tommy, I actually really feel like how do I put it? You got to just go off the dome with everything you said. This was a lot
calmer than I was before. This is the second time I've talked about this, and I've leveled it off because I lost my fucking mind Sunday. Like
I want to see this.
My
episode.
hatred for Drake is deep.
I
dialed it back for this. You know, this is a nice civil conversation. But Patreon people, if you want to see me just lose my fucking mind and hear my real feelings about Drake.
And hey, y'all, if you guys want to see some of our exclusive content, it is available on Patreon. Hey, if you don't have the means to do a Patreon, you know what else works? Sharing, following. Make sure that other people bring in here. We definitely love to elevate the community. Join the Discord if you're not in the Discord. You get to chat with some of everybody else who's in the community. You guys have such great conversations here. Carry that on into your regular day. I might do a little video gaming sometime soon and make sure to invite some of y'all or just come kick it with me. I'll hop in the Discord. You can come chat with me one-on-one if you'd like to. Not one-on-one, one-on-many. Do some more things. I'm going to try and do some more community-driven events in the Discord now that I have some time to focus in on it, clean it up a little bit, give y'all guys some proper Discord-only exclusive content. And to that point, you know what I haven't seen in the chat all day today?
Who?
Serenity, where the hell you at?
Where the fuck is Serenity at?
Yeah, time out.
Apocalypse has been great tonight.
Apocalypse. Thank you for holding it down. You've been
absolutely love it. Discord people,
bro. We need to actually put the link. My bad. I'll set it up. Let me get that Discord link. I'll drop it in the chat right now.
Yeah,
right now for y'all. Meantime, Tommy, talk to the people for a second.
Hey, people. It's me, Tommy. I hope you enjoyed tonight's show.
Hey, yo. No, time out.
Okay.
No, time out. Man, motherfucker, something's in an incognito tab on, and I'm questionable.
We need our incognito tabs, TJ. You know, porn, which we don't have in Texas anymore. So I hope.
Does everything just open in an incognito tab?
That's Sammy. So if you have porn in your state, be grateful for it. Please don't take it for granted because
it's called a VPN.
We know that, but some people don't know that, TJ. Imagine those old boomers who can't, jerk off to the porn that they are ashamed to tell people that they jerk off to. Like, it's a trying time for them. It's probably making them very aggravated. So if you're in Texas and you run into a cranky old person, just think that they probably haven't busted their weekly nut because porn has been shut down. But if you have VPNs, like young people, it's the one perk of being a millennial. We know shit like this, man.
Fun fact.
My ex-hamster has not stopped since all this.
I will say. Yeah. X-Videos was unaffected.
Yeah.
X-Video did not give a flying
fuck.
No one
cared. Yeah, so, yeah, but find your lanes, people. Find your lanes. And, yeah. I'm an ex-hamster guy. I can't help it.
Bro, that's questionable. That's some serial killer behavior. I'm not going to lie to you. Ex-hamster?
Ex-hamster deserves just as much credit as X-Videos or Pornhub. They're up there, too. Wow. I discovered it early, TJ. It's been my point of choice since, 2010. So.
Hey, man.
I also have a yahoo.com email account. So. I'm a little outdated.
I remember taking the porn watching experience, but if I did, it's the hub. I'm kidding.
See, I don't like it's too many people on the hub. I like to be obscure. Spank Bang is legit. You are absolutely right, Apocalypse. That's my second. Spank Bang is my second. They're high tech. They're trying to infuse the new school with the old school and get you exactly the type of porn that you want.
Man,
it's adults here. We'll find.
Yeah. That's why it's excellent. This chat.
Yeah. I know. It's all adults in here, so we're it's my personal personal favorite.
Oh, you know what brand I'm trying to get rep by?
Which one?
Oh, bro, I've been on here. I've said X videos, Pornhub, give us a sponsorship. I'm taking that money. I'll sell my soul. Only OF? OF doesn't need to give sponsorship, but OF?
OF doesn't need sponsorship.
But shit, I'll wear that blue and white. But I like black. I like X videos colors, black and red. I'm gonna rock that shit. Also, Pornhub's colors, black and orange. I'd rock that. I'd rock gear.
You're right. X Hamster doesn't have that. It does not have that.
Devoid and empty. No iconicism.
Not much personality.
Not much personality. It knows. It knows what it's there for.
Spank Bang is overshadowing goddamn X Hamster right now.
Fucking blue and pink. I was like, there's other things.
It is other things.
Some colors.
Oh,
but all right, y'all. We appreciate y'all for coming through. Fun. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys had a fun conversation. And you know where to catch us on all forms of social media. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube. Actually, really, for reals. Go give us a lot of love on YouTube. Just because we appreciate it over there.
We did.
We're on TikTok. Patreon. We literally send you handwritten letters. Whatever you want, we'll be there. But most importantly, thank you guys for spending some time with us.
Real quick. Yeah. XNXX is underrated.
You need that.
Those are those freaks.
Bro, that's for the freaks. That's where you get viruses.